Hey everybody, welcome. Oh, yeah, it's that game. That game again. Catapult? No, Cataclysm. Cataclysm, Dark Days Ahead. Welcome to the channel. My name is Vorm. If you're new here, I am older today. Today is older day. So we're doing a bunch of birthday streams, channel support streams, rolled all together. So we're going to be playing Cataclysm for the next little while. Got other games I want to play. It's going to roll into tomorrow as well, so we'll do more gaming tomorrow and more celebrating, all that stuff. So yeah, what are we going to do here? It's been 7 months, other than the whatever hour I just kind of was chatting with people while I was running around the world in an update video a month or two ago. This will be my first real quote-unquote dip into Cataclysm since then. So this is not a return to Cataclysm, so settle down. This is just the one-time thing. I'm not done with my hiatus. I don't think the game has changed enough yet for me to really dive back in with regular play. But we should have some fun. So yeah, so here we are. If you are new to the channel and never seen this game before, I built the channel on this particular game many years ago, doing tutorial, how to play, strategy, gameplay, and then just actual live stream challenge after challenge after challenge. Literally multiple thousands of hours of this game on my YouTube channel if you would like to go peruse. It is a turn-based zombie it's a turn-based all apocalypses. They all happen at the same time. A game where you create a character, you jump into the world, which you can configure in many different ways, and you try to survive and thrive. Very deep game. Tons of mechanics and stuff and variety. It's one of the deepest games that are out there, period. This and Dwarf Fortress are commonly bandied about and referred back and forth to each other. If you know Project Zomboid, Project Zomboid is tic-tac-toe compared to Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead being, Dwarf Fortress. So that's kind of the state that they're in. But it's the same type of setting as Project Zomboid and other zombie-type games, but taken to the 18th degree. It's also completely free to play, completely community built. There is a Steam version available, and if you're interested in supporting one of the developers who actually put that up and maintains it, feel free, go for it. But it is the same game that you can get for free just by, going to the place and downloading it and playing it. So magnificent value proposition for, hours played. I've probably got, 6,000 hours was my last estimate of actual gameplay, and then another several thousand hours of research and tutorializing and crafting videos for folks and answering questions in all the places. So I eventually totally burned out and had to put it aside for a while, and that's where we're at now. I haven't played it in about 7 months. I'm kind of thinking and planning of jumping back in at the next stable release, which hopefully will be sometime this year. And then maybe jumping in hard at each stable release from here forward. But I just can't maintain the pace that I used to do it at. So here we are. Brand new game. Okay. Oh yeah, tons of challenges. I passed 100 some challenges. I mean, we're talking 30-40 hour runs each, to give you an idea of the scale of the gameplay that I have over on the YouTube channel for folks that might be interested after seeing this video. We're not going to be doing anything super crazy difficult in this run. It's got to be a shorter run. It's not meant to be a full-scale playthrough. I monkeyed with the idea of letting you guys mess with me during play, donate something and, make a change. And I might still do that if people are interested. So, we'll see. I'm interested in having fun with the game. But yeah, so there we are. So to get started, it is a combination birthday bash and channel support, drum up. So we're trying to get some cash into the fund to cover us during these doldrums of the first quarter of the year when advertising revenue crashes. So if you got a few shekels you want to send the channel's way, feel free to do so via any of the means that are listed down in, the descriptions and the places, Patreon and Ko-fi and Twitch and YouTube and all that stuff. Let's go ahead and create a world. That is the first step. We have to create a world. So we're going to go to the advanced options. They changed a few things in here. I spent a few minutes yesterday just kind of looking around to see if anything had changed. And yes, some things have changed. Things have moved. So let's go. 8.4 is fine. We'll go default city size and city spacing. Spawn rate, we're going to go 0.5. I'm going to use my typical standard game world settings that I had gravitated into over many years. Spawn rate, no, 2.0 for spawn rate. Item spawn 0.5. So we want double the zombies, half the items. No random NPCs, they're stupid. And monster evolution, they now call it monster evolution slowdown, huh? Alright, well, we're going to do a monster evolution speed up. We're going to double the speed at which monsters evolve. We probably won't experience much of that through the actual gameplay, but we're also going to change how long the Cataclysm's been going on, which is going to be affected by this number. So I want to see some more interesting monsters than just the normal starter ones. Alright, so that's it for that one. We're not messing with speed or resilience for the monsters. Spawn time options. Spawn time options. Hey there, Kazran Daedrin. Whoa, hey there. Jeez. The entire reason you ever survived past the first days of the Cataclysm. Thanks for not burning yourself out on it. Well, I mean, I did. I did. That's what we're in now. We're in the burnout phase. I'm staying loosely connected to it, and I am going to return to it. I'm not gone forever. I just, I'm not ready yet to dive back in heavy duty. Thank you very much, though, for the very generous super chat donation there. Oh, what else? So with that very generous donation, you can pick something. What would you like to pick? Would you like to pick some things in character gen, in world gen? You can make some suggestions. Feel free. You think about it. Make some suggestions. When we get over to character screen, you can tell me to pick certain things. All right, we're gonna leave all of this alone. I gotta have wandering hordes. Round start? Nah, we'll pick a scenario that is surrounded or something. All right, mutations, character pool points any, made a progression false. All right, we're good here. Let's call the place Daedron Land. There we go. We're gonna visit Daedron Land. And that is it, right? Yeah, that is it. Finished. Yes. All right, so we have our world. That's the step one. You can generate your world. Next up, we're going to go to the new game, custom character, Daedron Land. Hurry up, dark days ahead. Load that world stuff. Meta progression? Yeah, there's meta progression in the game. They added that feature. Last stable before that, I forget exactly when it got added in. Basically, it means that in order to pick certain scenarios, you have to have accomplished certain things in the game. So before you can pick X scenario, you have to go kill X or find X or do X in actual gameplay. It then unlocks scenario access. So you can choose to turn that off, just like you saw me there. I have it turned off because, I've done all the things, and I mean, if you reinstall the game, you have to basically start that progression over again, and I never really saw a point to that. It's not the kind of game I'm interested in with that kind of lockouts. Just let me have all the stuff. But yeah, there is meta progression in a way, if you're into that kind of thing. Were I brand new to the game, I'd probably be more interested. But having been there and done that 50 times over, I just could care less. So, happy it's there, but I'm even more happy that it's an option I can turn off. Okay, so, yeah, we have a choice. We can do the survivor mode, which I think I'll probably do. That way we're kind of free form and you guys can jump in and help out instead of going to a point pool system. So I set it so that we can do the old-fashioned legacy mode point pools. But they've never been balanced, and I got no problem with the new mode. It's more free form, and they just tell you kind of an estimate of how strong you are, and you can choose your own version of fun. It's all fine. Trying to keep this stuff balanced among the point system is a losing proposition, always was. So we'll stay with Survivor. All right, so scenarios. That's perfect for your change. All right, you shall be the land whereupon I get slaughtered by zombies. My blood shall you know, water your fertile soil. Friends to the end? What the hell's that? You and your friends always talked about what you do when the world ended. Now it's come true, and you've made your way to a remote cabin your friend Liam always said to head for. It's been a hell of a journey. You hope Liam and the others made it in one piece. Okay. Hey there, Wara10. Thanks for picking one of the YouTube membership plans. So few people do that. I mean, 14,000 subscribers, and I think 20 people are taking advantage of the membership system. Got any particular thing you would like to pick me to take in the character gen here? Basically, if you donate anything whatsoever, you can pick something, you know. So feel free if you have something in chat. No, the stronger the choice, the bigger the donation. So be reasonable. Don't donate $1 and then tell me to suicide. That'd be silly. Let's see. So, yeah, there have been some changes. There's a few of these scenarios that I don't recognize. They also moved... So the thing that I noticed was gone from the world gen was the ability to pick when the Cataclysm occurred and then putting a delay in. That has now moved over to this screen. So we have start of Cataclysm and start of game in here now, with better names. It was a little confusing how those worked previously. And apparently we start with some background skills. You know, regular, everyday human, modern world background skills. So that's cool. I like that. So do we just go? I don't want to go with just evacuee, but I also don't want to do an RBD or something like that. Lab patient's a little too restrictive, and new people who've never seen the game won't really get an idea of kind of what it's like. So I want it to be a more familiar, kind of standard start. So probably none of the challenge ones, except maybe... They got them all stuffed all over the place, don't they? Mansion Escape is kind of fun. Ambush, sheltered. Maybe we'll just go with surrounded. Yeah, let's just go with surrounded. That sounds fun. You've attracted the attention of living dead in some way. Now they're all around you, and you're likely to have to fight through them if you want to escape. Yeah, we'll do that. That'll give us some excitement early on without any of the craziness. All right. Brawler, but only if you get a 14 stat. I mean, how am I going? I mean, I could. A 14 stat's kind of crazy. So Brawler is over here. It restricts you to melee only. No ranged weapons whatsoever. I don't want to get too restrictive in some of the things, because we have a fairly substantial portion of the audience has never seen the game. So I don't want to get too exotic, but I'm okay with Brawler, I think. I don't use the ranged weapons all that often anyway, usually until late game, which we probably won't get to. So Brawler... I don't know about a 14 stat, though. I mean, the way I usually play, I'd go Brawler and then Perception 14. Not Strength. I'd go Perception 14, you know, just to be funny. Just a question, do you have a favorite difficult scenario? You know I hate the lottery. You are correct. I do hate the lottery, so... Let me deal with this so I don't have to keep considering it. Let's go int 14. No, let's go dex. We'll go dex 14. That's super high. Super high. So average human in this game is supposed to be an 8. 14 is like exotically, superhumanly high. So, all right. So let's try to avoid any other super traits. So on to the scenario question. I've always been a fan of the lab stuff because I find it some of the more interesting. TCL is really good. TCL is good. That's probably the biggest and best addition to the game for just general content drop that the game's had in quite a while in regards to locations. So Like that one. I mean, I'm always partial to RBD Shower, but it's so luck dependent, especially nowadays with the changes to the grab system. Oh, it is such a death sentence now. Such a death sentence lottery. So yeah, I don't know. There's so much variety. I don't know if I have a particular one. It was always about variety for me after passing a certain number of thousands of hours of play. So I liked the idea behind Bordered, but the space was too small, and I think they changed that in some way. I don't remember if they made it bigger or smaller though. What else? I don't know. There's certain ones that are fun, like Mascot Rises is a hoot. Bottom of the Mine I find pretty useless, so yeah. Aircraft carrier, aircraft carrier. It was mostly a point game back in the day, so it was playing points against the danger level you're putting yourself in, which I enjoyed. So we don't have that as much anymore with the new system. All right, we're going to do Surrounded Start, though. So Surrounded Start, going to be a bunch of zombies near us. We're going to start in town. We're going to have a bunch of locations we can choose from as our starting location, our starting building. It's going to be a daytime game start, so it's going to be gnarly right from the beginning in that regards. Profession. Shall we pick a specific profession? So the lower you go on this huge list, and they have added a bunch more to this list as well. The lower you go, though, technically the stronger it is, with the more skills and the more combat experience and all that kind of stuff. So I don't want to pick one of these super ones, except maybe we're going to do a movement specialist. That's kind of my specialty. Let's see, Speed King? Not Speed King, that's the vehicle one. Not martial artist. Rideshare driver. I'm going to be an Uber driver. Big Boar Hunter. Yeah, there's quite a few in here now that I don't recognize. Urban Explorer sounds interesting. So, clothing, sneakers, canvas bag, or camera bag, headlamp, crowbar. Oops. Yeah, lockpicking. 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 Let's just be a dodgeball player. Yeah, we'll just be a dodgeball player. Keep it simple. Okay, background. So, of course we want parkour. We gotta have parkour. I think that's probably all I'll take in here. Book hating, parkouring, dodgeball player. Dodgeball. Yeah, I don't want to take the rest of that. We won't take a martial art. That's too exotic as well. Okay, so stats. I think I might just stop there. 14, 10, 8, 8. That's about reasonable for a start. I think we're just a little high on the dex, typically, but we won't pump anything up. I don't want to pump beyond the normal stuff. All right, skill time, or I mean trait time. Let's see. Again, let's not get too crazy. We can pick anything we want in this mode, but we're already supposedly overpowered lifestyle, strong, overpowered. We're looking up here. Let's take some more negatives actually first. Let's take what would be fun? Not Wayfarer. Doesn't matter if we take Truth Teller. Low healer? Poor healer? I forget which one's worse. That's the heal at 33%. Slow is the 66, I think. 75. So we don't want... Yeah, we'll do poor healer. Not illiterate. Too big a gameplay change for the average folks to pay attention to. Not GDS. Pure fast metabolism and I guess we could be asthmatic. Cannibal, so NPCs have a use? Nah, that's taking advantage. I don't use NPCs for either reason. Because they're terrible, and because I can abuse them to no end. So, for both reasons, I don't do that kind of stuff. A lot of fun stuff in here, though. How about Glass Jaw? Yeah, we'll have less hit points. We'll heal slower. We'll have less hit points, and we're restricted to melee with fairly low strength. All right, skill time. We'll put another point into dodge. None of that. So we're going to get some of this a little bit via the regular human, modern human skills. Let's do... Yeah, I know computers pretty well. Not that that'll do much for us, but we'll do 1 healthcare. I think that's it. Yeah, it's a pretty strong character, but I'm going to continue to let you guys mess with me with donations, so that'll even it out. Alright, we are going to be Steve the Pirate. Because if you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball. I think we're good. Let's go ahead and make another change, though. So I need start of Cataclysm. I need you. So Cataclysm started on day 30. And that should be the only one I need to change. All right, so start of the Cataclysm was year 1, spring, day 30. We're entering the game on day 61. So 31 days will have passed with the Cataclysm already raging. That's when we enter the game world, and I have the zombie evolution set to double speed. So the zombies that started appearing on day 30 will have had 30 days times 2, essentially, 60 days to evolve into stronger types. So we should see some variations on the zombies. So again, for the new folks, huge game, very detailed. Uses pretty much every key on the keyboard in every variation, meaning all the keys, then shift all the keys, then control all the keys. So it's a big game. It does have a bit of a hill to climb initially to get rolling, but that's why I started the channel with tutorials and all that. And I'm happy to answer questions. So if you have questions while we're playing, don't be shy. Just, go ahead and ask. I've got 7 years of answering questions about this game, so toss them in. Plenty of other experts watching as well that will help answer. So, and yes, thank you to everybody who's wishing me a happy birthday. Thank you very much. On Strength tab and Character Gen, it said it influences mining. I remember there was a mining mod back in the day. Is it now? I have no idea if it's a base game feature. I so seldom mine. I find that to be one of those mostly useless activities. Why would you bother? They do on the stats page now list all of this. This wasn't here last time I played. So there was a website you could go to. The wiki actually listed out all of these things if you knew where to go find it on the wiki. But now they've got it built into the actual information here, which is good. I mean, it's a lot of details, but does it mention mining in here? I didn't actually look. I don't see a mining reference. Am I missing it? Is there a mining reference in here somewhere that I'm not seeing? I don't see one. And if it's in there somewhere, whatever. I don't think I've ever mined on purpose. I have, on rare occasions, went to try to get limestone, so I would go knock out some cave walls, things like that for limestone, but that's about it. digging out a basement. Why? It takes so long and so much effort, and you could just go find a place with a basement much easier. So, but I'm glad that's here. It's good information to have so people get some idea, especially people newer to the game, what each of these is going to affect. And yeah, there's metas and stuff. I mean, strength is good for many reasons, but I mean, I demonstrated over and over and over and over again that all of the other ones can be very effective for different reasons as well. I mean, I did every combination of character type and different stats, high, low, and other, and so on. So they're all valid if you know how the game works and you play towards your strengths. So let's actually get into the game, though. Let's send Steve the pirate on in. The summary across the top. Yeah, this is part of the new version of character gen when you do the survivor point system. There's no point limits, so it's the freeform mode, but they're giving you some idea of the type of character you've built nowadays. So this is the normal way to play. You have to go turn on an option in World Gen to allow the view of the old versions, the pool systems, single pool and multi-pool. So, you know. But this way you can build whatever you want character-wise and go for more story, theme type stuff and not worry about playing point games with buying different things. All right, I think that's it though. So start, we got the 30 days. We got our negative traits. We're Steve the Pirate. We are male, 5'9", blood type A+. And oh yeah, we're gonna pick a location. The one thing I'm gonna do to try to help myself is we're going to choose a starting location instead of saying random. So where do we want to be? I'm probably gonna pick house. House is the safest. That's usually going to be on the outer edge. The commercial districts and industrial districts are in the interior. So we'll probably go house, but there's another one I would prefer. Start in the sex shop. Definitely not the zoo. Cemetery wouldn't be bad because you'd be out in the middle of nowhere. Those are usually outside the city. Same with the golf course. Golf course will probably have a few zombies, but you might get golf clubs for weapons and golf bags for carrying stuff. I used what I consider my typical starting conditions for the game world. So we're at double zombies, half items, double speed evolution. That's the baseline standard that I settled into after many years as my starting point. I would start there. And then if I wanted variety, I would adjust from that position. But that was kind of my sweet spot. Going further in any of those directions just mostly added tedium, not really difficulty. So more zombies. Ooh, I play with 10x zombies. Ooh, I don't care. It doesn't make it harder. That just makes it more tedious. So big difference between difficulty and tedium. Everybody gets to pick their own. But I've had that conversation many times. But yeah, so we're jumping in with we're going to be surrounded. So we're a surrounded scenario with double the number of normal number of zombies, half of the normal number of items, etc. For my standard settings. And again, if people donate, when you donate, just let me know if you'd like to make a change in my game world here. If you want to add a zombie or take away an item or raise a stat, just let me know. We got a whole debug menu full of things we can do. Feel free. I just ask that you keep it reasonable with the level of donation. Think it through. Try to do something that's interesting, entertaining, funny, horrifying, but not just instant kill me. That would not be useful. But otherwise, have fun. All right, so yeah, let's just do a house. Let's give people that are new to the game a standard house start. But just realize for the newbies, I have played this game a lot. And this is, I won't say it's easy mode for me, but it's pretty light on the normal difficulty settings I could be using. But I want to give people newer to the game a closer look at what they might experience. But we are playing with double the zombies and half the items. So, there you go. All right, let's jump in. I am sure I am finished. We have no fancy martial arts or combat skills, so this is mostly going to be me running away. Which, whoa! It put me in the garage out in front of all the zombies. Damn you, game. Damn you. Glad to see the RNG hasn't changed its opinion of the Vormithrax. Oh, that's funny. That's not as cool as we had like 7 years ago when you would start your game. You would move one space and off to the side in the log you would see, you are being laser targeted. Those were the days. Oh, that was the good stuff. Okay, so here we are. We are in world. That is me, the little bald guy there. Here's our character sheet for Steve the Pirate, the dodgeball player. We can see my stats. We can... Whoa! What the hell? Ignore. I was just pointing at things and it threw an error. Interesting. So we have almost no encumbrance. So 4 on the torso, 2 in the arms. It means things, and all the info's in that little box down below. I'm not going to go into all the details, but we have our skill list. We have our traits. If it's red, it's bad. So we're a brawler, meaning we're restricted to melee only. We can't use ranged weapons. Fast metabolism, we need more food, but we get a slight stamina boost. Glass jaw, 20% lower hit points to our head. And poor healer, we only heal at 33% of the regular rate. So 1/3 is our healing rate from normal. And we have our skill list. So, all right. So what we're looking at here is we have zombies. So there is a standard zombie not too far away. And then we have a bunch of zombies out on the street. We got child zombies. We got fat zombies. We got, what are you? Screecher zombies. Screecher zombies kind of specialized. That's an upgrade, I think. Brainless zombies. Oh, yeah. So, the artwork, it's a tile-based game or an ASCII game. You can pick either or. There's a bunch of different artwork sets for it called tile sets, and you can pick from a bunch of them. If you go into options and graphics. Not that one. I forget where it's at. Tile set options. So we're currently using Chibi-Ultica. That's the one that I kind of developed into as my base default. But there's a bunch of them. So you can pick your own kind of preference. And there's also ones you can download that aren't on this list. We are not using a separate map set, which we could, but we're just using the ASCII over map, which I'll show in a second. But just realize you can change the looks of the game or play it in pure ASCII text mode as well. We look at our map. Here's our map. So we are located in the middle here. These little green thingies are houses. So we got houses, we got a radio station, art stores, parks, ponds, all sorts of stuff. The commercial district is down this away. So we're in South Portland, or northern section of South Portland. So yeah. What is that? A library and a bookstore right next to each other? Interesting. Okay. So we can zoom this in and out pretty far. Really far. That is a wee bitty tiny there. All right, so we need to figure out what we're going to do. I need a plan. Look at that. We have a military outpost right outside town, and we have an airport. Okay, a river and a road to our east. We can't go to the military outpost, unfortunately. Oh, we have little Z indicators on the map now. Did we have those before? I don't think they were represented that way. I don't remember now. Interesting. Military pew-pew run with a brawler? No. Can't use ranged weapons. No guns. Alright, I think I'm just going to kind of wander my way to the northwest if we can. We need to basically get out of town. Too zombie congested. We can't survive here in the daylight with the zombies. So we're going to try to exfil. I'm just not sure which direction I want to go. It looks like we got a lot of water north and east. It might be a lake that wraps around. It could be a river. Don't know. So I'm going to go to the west, but that means we have to cross a couple of streets, which is really dangerous. But the housing is the place where I can most easily avoid zombies using all the windows and doors and upper floors and basements and so on. Commercial district is a lot harder because the buildings have less access points. And they tend to be one way in out type locations sometimes. So finding a working vehicle would be great. That would be very helpful. We'll see what we can do. My current situation is that the zombies do not actually see me. I'm just barely tucked into the shadows here, and they haven't spotted me yet. So, unfortunately, this garage, does it have a back door? I'm not sure it does. It does have a back door. It's locked, but it might open from the inside. So, sort category. So, we've got a towel, we've got cooking oil, pasta, peaches in syrup, a plank, and a headlamp. I wouldn't mind the headlamp. Let's throw the headlamp on. Grab our towel. Okay, so we have to go off planet. You never want to leave the planet without your trusty towel. So we got something shuffling around out here. You hear footsteps. So that's got a locked symbol on it, and probably I'd get spotted if I tried to go there. I'm going to see if this back door opens. It does not. So that's a problem. Let's grab the plank from that space. If I start whacking on the door, it's going to make noise and draw attention. Well, let's see if these zombies see me. Oh, we got a zombie dogs out in the street. That's not good. They're going to spot me. It's bright light over here, and we're close enough. I'm pretty sure they're going to see me, especially the dogs. And if that door is locked, we're screwed, because I have to go this way to get out. So, gonna get exciting. So a lot of stuff going on here. We've got our hit point indicators over here, our stats. Sound is how much sound I'm making as I do things. Speed is the cost I'm paying to move a space or perform an action. I mean, speed is that my allotment of points I'm given each turn. This number here is how much I'm spending for actions. So when I move, you'll see a number here. That's how much I paid to move. If I attack, you'll see the number, etc. Stamina is the one advantage the players have over the zombies. You can burn stamina. This is a resource you can burn in order to speed up your movement. But it depletes. And once it depletes, or as it depletes, you actually get slower and slower as that gets lower. So eventually you'll run yourself out. The zombies never tire. They're mostly slow, but they never tire, and they will catch you. So let's see. We might have a very early death and restart here. Did anything spot me? Nothing has spotted me yet. Still nothing. Door is unlocked. Yes. Let's crouch. Go inside. Hey, close. I heard something to the north there. Alright, so my inventory, sort category. I've got a smartphone, a towel, and a plastic bottle of juice, fruit juice. So we have very little carry capacity. We've got, what, actually we got 14 liters. Oh, sling pack, cool. Alright, so we got space. Let's grab maple syrup and some cereal. And what else? That's it from that space. Move up again. A meat cleaver. All right, let's dump the plank. Grab us a... Actually, I want... these are all terrible for weapons. The meat cleaver is probably the best at 16 cut. I'll wield the meat cleaver. I'm going to take a knife in addition. Uh-oh. The shrieker shrieked. Why? Shrieker doesn't know I'm here. We're still clear of anybody knowing I'm here. We got something making noise to the north, though. But yeah, that shrieker let out a yell. Anything else? No. No. I'll take a screwdriver. Butter! My butter is... I got butter. It's not, wait, it is bad. It's rotten butter. Butter, rotten, cold. Some of it's not cold yet, or some of it's not rotten yet. Some of it's just old. We'll see if we can chug down any butter before it goes bad on us. Oh my god, a hollow! Holy crap. That's kind of rude this early. That is an advanced zombie evolution there. The zombie hollow's black eyes survey its surroundings. It stretches and bends in ways that whoever the original body belonged to never could. The only things that seem solid on this flexible, black-veined body are the rows of sharp black teeth. You get the feeling that the only human thing remaining is the skin, worn as one might wear clothes. So he's got like razor sharp teeth along his arms, and he can reach out multiple spaces to grab you and yank you in. He's bad news. He could mess me up easy, so we got to avoid him at all costs. All right. I could use some matches. Take a garbage bag. I'm not going to pick up too much of the other random stuff. Now we got a potential problem. Can't get through this door because it's busted, and I don't want to bang on it to finish opening it. What do we got? Boxers, jeans, thermal electric suit. Don't need that. Whoops! Hey there, fat zombie. Yeah, time to go on the run. I'm not sure where he came from. Alright. Man, I didn't want to go out the window this early. Gonna put us in the backyard right in between this set of 4 houses. So we might actually have to go out this way. I'm really not liking the transitions. And I fear the forest. Rightly so. Don't use ASCII. Yeah, I can't use ASCII. Some people swear by it, though. Alright. Man, I was hoping not to go on the run yet, but I can't afford to mess with anything. Alright, let's switch to run mode. Move a space, close the door behind me. Let's see. Crouch. Open the window. They're not closed. What do you mean peek through the closed curtains? I opened the things. What the heck? Oh, feral human waiting for me. That's not cool. He's going to throw rocks at me. So right now we're peeking. So it's pretending I'm in the space I'm in. We're not actually there yet. He's probably going to break the window. What to do? I could try to run out past the fat zombie. We might make it. Oops. Gotta close that window. Alright, so fat zombie's banging on the door. I think I'm going to try to run out past the fat zombie. So, I need to get moving. Trying to save my stamina. Alright, stamina's maxed. We'll go to run mode. We're going to pop open the door. Then we're going to go... Move. Don't grab me. Oh crap, another zombie. It's about to get ugly. Okay, back to walk mode. So conservation of stamina, #1 key thing. So that's the radio station. We can take advantage of the chain link fence here to try to block off zombies some. As we climb over it, they have to go through. There's also a drain pipe there and there we might be able to use, but man, I hate going out on the street. But we don't have a choice. To get out of town, we're gonna have to cross a few streets. So I think we'll just do it now. Let's just go see just how bad it is out there. That screecher let off a screech down this way. I'm hoping that it drew the zombie population down there. Sometimes they'll follow animals or follow other survivors, things like that. Let's do that. Oh my goodness. That's a different graphic. The slavering biter. Have they changed the evolution rules, or am I just typically unlucky? We now have a hollow and a slavering biter right outside the house I started in. I know we started surrounded, but jeez, these are some pretty rough damn zombie variants. Oh, don't be putting no crosses on the screen. I have stamina, therefore I am alive. You know how it works. You don't put the crosses up until you see that and I'm out of stamina. Till I run out of stamina, I'm staying alive. Alright, we're going to go back to walk mode. Oh, we got a smoker zombie out here too, and 2 necros. Holy crap. This seems way more mutated than my usual 30-day double evolution starts. Damn. Doubling down on your cross, huh? Alright, that's fine. There's the shady zombie hanging out in the smoke. Fortunately, it's a nearly unbroken line of smoke. Alright, well, we're going to have to start burning some stamina. So... Oh, electric zombie. Electric zombie as well. Hey there, Zapper. Alright, back to walk mode. Trying to preserve our stamina for as long as possible. Alright, fireman zombie. Lots of ferals. What is the non-graphic one here? A lashing zombie. This zombie has very elongated arms. So is that the precursor now to the guy we looked at earlier, the hollow? Lashing zombie is new to me, so it looks like a precursor to the hollow. Zombies will go, they mutate from a low-level version up through a series of stages. Alright. The thing that makes me most nervous out of all of this stuff is this guy right here. That guy I did not need, and he's exactly in the direction I wanted to go. He's the problem. So I don't care about most of this stuff. It's the fast zombie that I worry about. So look what's going on. We got a block party going on down here. This is probably where the Screecher got drawn to. So, you know, good times. Okay. How are we going to do this? Oh, I mean, it's possible to see these things. Realize my comments along that line are with 6,000 hours of play, and I'm comparing it to using these same settings over thousands of hours. That's where I'm making my comments in regards to, wow, I'm seeing more of this than that. It's always in comparison to my earlier play. But we're playing double zombies right now with 60 days of evolution, so I'm not surprised to see these types of things. I'm just surprised at the starting density. A bit. But, I mean, you can have a Hulk on day 2. It is possible. Let's, I'm probably going to have to kick into the house just to the north of me and hope that it's not too occupied and that we can get out to the far north side of it and then cut across the intersection. So we'll get to the north side of this house and then try to go like this. I don't like this here. If the hunter follows me and I get a chance, I might break straight across the street. But we'll see. It's going to depend. I can't make too long-range plans because, you know, Vorm plans and map RNG laughs. Alright, we're going to let them get closer. That feral's going to start tossing rocks at me anytime now. I have no protection against it, so I'm... Yep, there's a rock. You avoid the feral human's projectile. Break the window. Get inside. Go back to walk mode. I can't stop for anything right now. Ah, more ferals. That's not good. Not good at all. We're going to get a lot of rocks tossed. Oh, now we got an acid zombie in the back and a broken door. We might get stuck inside the building here and just die right in here on the pool table. Oh, acid zombie in the only pathway I now have out of here. Ah, Imdurian, you're only a level 1 troll. You need to rank up your troll. Let's see how to do this. He hasn't seen me yet. It's possible he'll move another direction. Or I can cut down into the room. So things that saw me here are coming the direction that they saw me at last. I could try to cut down past the feral, pop out through the window, climb the drain pipe, which is, you know, always fabulously successful. And then drop down on the far side over here. So all the zombies that see me would be clustering on this side. I would cross the roof and then drop down on the far side. I'm really not looking forward to trying to go near that acid zombie. But this means I am going to get hit a few times, probably by the pipe-wielding feral. Especially if I go there, there, and then close the door. But I think that's the best route. I just really, really don't want to burn stamina. Alright, we haven't gotten hit yet, but we're down a full bar. I got a brief interlude of peace here. Glove liners, blanket, a coyote tactical jacket. Don't remember that one. Predominantly in earthy shade of coyote brown. Yeah, let's take a second to put on a coyote tactical jacket. Whoa! Oh, that's right. I forgot they can open doors. My bad. Oh, we got hit with a rock. Here comes the hunter. Oh, crap. We're going to have to burn stamina now. I got to stay ahead of this thing. Alright, let's see if we fall down. What the hell was that? He leapt and hit me? I don't know exactly what happened there. That was weird. I climbed, it leapt, I took damage, and it kind of looked like I was still down below. I don't know, 11 from a rock? I didn't take 11 from a rock. I forget what the... Whoa! Okay, careful here. I like the changes to the view. That's nice. No longer have to get funky with the view stuff when you're on an upper level. They've definitely jiggered that around. But we have another drain pipe here, if it hasn't been broken yet. So, let's change position. We're going to wait in place. Good thing I don't have the headphones on, like you poor guys. I know that was loud. Alright, so. We did take some torso hits. Snatched up my t-shirt. Do we still have any butter? I still have old butter. Oh, yeah. I don't care about the monsters. I don't care! Eat the old butter. We need to store the calories before it gets rotten on me. He's taking way more key presses than necessary. Okay. Unhappy and pain. So, let's see. A lot of zombies down on the roads. We got a car here. We can't see the details on while we're up. We're not seeing it directly. It looks in functional shape. We can't tell enough details. We got a truck there and another car that's a maybe. Too many zombies. We're out of the initial surrounded pile of zombies. Now we just need to get out of town and break cover. Or break contact. Yeah, I left the oil behind. No sense carrying it around since they made you puke when you drank it. Alright, let's have some more butter. Alright, we got no meds. We got a little bit of pain slowing us down. Speed reduced by 5. Speed is life. Well, stamina is life, but speed and stamina are kind of tied together. Alright, so do we try to climb down the drain pipe or just drop off the edge of the building? I don't remember if they've changed all that. Uh-oh. That's interesting. So the zombies are seeing me from over there. There's definitely been changes. Okay. They spotted me from a long way away. Alright, got down without killing ourselves. We got a dissolute devourer. Yum yum. What are you? A bruiser? Zombie's right arm has been grotesquely deformed into a massive mace-like shape. What? We got Hellboy now? That's a blatant Hellboy ripoff. It's clearly a Hellboy ripoff. We got lots of them, huh? Most of the rest I remember. The good news is none of these are fast movers. All I care about right now is fast movers, so we're in pretty good shape. So now I can take a look at this in more detail. So it's got wheels. Driver's seat, ooh, it's looking good. Security system's busted and it has everything else. Do you have gas? It has gas! Oh my goodness. Please, engine, please. Faulty! Ah! It might work, it might not, and I won't know until I try to get in. The faulty part could be something innocuous, or it could be something that'll keep it from starting. So we've done all the evaluating we can. Do I risk checking it? That means I'd have to run straight up to it while all of this stuff comes marching towards me. Then I'd have to spend a whole bunch of points getting into the driver's seat, then trying to start it, then when it doesn't start, clambering back out again. It's a big risk. This has got the windshield, so I wouldn't be able to just go out the back easily without breaking the windshield, which I could do, I guess. But it would be a lifesaver if it worked. Nah, the Devourer only takes up the one space. It's just tall with the graphic. Nah, you can't see the fault from the examine screen. You have no way of knowing what the fault is until you get up to the vehicle and can examine it directly, so you can actually see the vehicle interface and then check the mend option to see what's broke. There are a number of things that will still allow it to drive. So... let's try it. How close are they gonna get? God, I can't afford to burn stamina. They're mostly going to hit the front of the vehicle. I'm hoping I'll be able to get out the side. This means I'm gonna have to clamber over 3-4 different spaces to check. Yeah, we're probably gonna get trapped in the vehicle. Nope. I should have just checked the mend option. Faulty starter motor. Yep, not going to start. Okay, how do I get out of here now with the least amount of stamina loss? If anything, we need to go out the north door. Get out of range of these guys. Got to avoid a grab. Alright, now, is it into this house to the north? Or do we head towards the truck to the west? The hollow is super dangerous, but no fast movers still. I think I'm gonna take my current luck and just walk west. But we're faster than all of these guys by default, as long as they don't burn any more stamina. So they'll... ooh, the hollow is moving. Crap. I can't drive that truck. The driver's seat's busted. You have to have a valid seat in order to drive the vehicle, so that truck is out. No longer an option. There's the car behind it and nothing else in sight. And I can't tell the house here whether I'm going to be able to get in or not. There could be bars on the windows. So, where are we on the map? We got an open space here. We got a cross, which is dangerous. Got the hollow coming at me. I'd rather not move back down towards the population of zombies we left. Yeah, let's start making our way up to the northwest. See if I'm able to get into this house. Look at that Dissolute Devourer. Man, that thing's traveling. He must have absorbed a few zombies. So this guy here, he grabs nearby zombies and attaches them to his body and fuses them, and then he gets stronger each time he does that. He caps out at a certain point, but he's definitely eaten a few as fast as he's moving. So, we don't want to tangle with him or the hollow. Where we'll get into trouble is if another hunter shows up or dogs. Those are going to be a problem. Hey there, Subquake. Welcome back. Yeah, the Dissolute's pretty cool. If you catch them early, they're not hard to kill. They're a lot scarier than they are actually difficult to kill. I mean, I don't want to tangle with them, but I got no combat skills and no weapons. But any half-decent combat character with a weapon can take these apart without too much damage. They're not Hulk-level dangerous, even after they've absorbed a bunch of zombies. But it's hilarious when you're getting chased by something that's going to kill you, only to have it get absorbed by a Dissolute. I have had occasions where I have strategically maneuvered an enemy I did fear into adjacency to a Dissolute and have it get eaten. That's always fun. Alright, let's keep moving. So we're regaining our stamina too. So by walking instead of running, I'm able to regain stamina. The balance, there's actually a tipping point. Stamina is really tricky. And the number one, if you're interested at all in the game after seeing me play it and explain it, the number one system you need to learn that will save you the most is learn exactly how this stamina system works. How important this little bar right here is. Knowledge of this system will by far influence your survival rate more than anything else. But there's a tipping point. So as this drops, I get slower. And it gets harder for me to recover because you get winded status at a certain point. But there's a tipping point a little past halfway where you'll no longer be able to regain stamina by walking. So you got to be really careful in how you balance this and the danger level of the enemies and all that kind of stuff. So I can jaunt around towns like this for a long time, depending on circumstances with certain enemies. But let's keep moving here. All right, can we get in or not? We can get in. All right, we are in. Now, is this place going to be occupied? A briefcase. I don't want a briefcase. I want to close the door behind me to slow down the pursuers. Don't need a paramedics book. I still need... What do we still need? We still need a hammer. We've got a little bit of hydration and a little bit... oh, we got the maple syrup. That's right. We got some food and we got some water or hydration, so I'm not worried about that. We've got matches to make fire, a garbage bag that I could use to carry stuff if I need to. I still need better carry capacity, so a backpack would be nice, but not likely. But a hammer, and I forget what else I normally go for. It's been so long. That's it. I need an RPG die. There's the hammer. Oh, permanent marker. All right, renaming is back in business. Somebody wants to rename an item. We'll grab some peanut butter. I think I've got enough. I don't want more maple syrup. We've got cereal. Don't need that stuff. Hey there, Wind Scale. Thanks for dropping some gift subs. You can train throwing. We've already got a good throwing skill. We got throwing 4. That's higher than I usually have. Med gear, please. I can't see what that is. Acetaminophen? Really? We have acetaminophen and ibuprofen now? Okay, so they got fancier or more specific with the headache medicine. Adhesive bandages, alcohol wipes, antiseptic. I'll take antiseptic. And we'll take 1 bottle of headache meds. I think that's it for now. Yeah, I just picked up a marker. So feel free to use the rename if you want. And I have a knife to carve with. Alright, so we're partway there. I need to cross this gap. And man, I fear the woods. I'd really rather avoid the woods if I could. Let's do a peek. Ouch! That's not healthy looking. Damn. Fast movers, lashing zombie, skeletal zombies, grabbers, grapplers. Okay, and a limo. No. Draining tank, faulty engine. Not gonna bother. Still don't see any other valid vehicle potentials. Well, I guess I could try to go north. Push through the forest here up to the airport. The airport wouldn't be a bad place to head towards. Renaming items is out of stock. I thought I fixed that. 1 second. Let's see. Viewer rewards, channel points, manage rewards, rename an item, edit. How are you out of stock? I don't have any limits on that. Rename. I mean, I bumped it up to a lot of points, but... Ah, there we go. Let's do, that, and, yeah, keep that. Alright, try that. Zombie dog treat time. Whoops. Well, see, now somebody paid the expensive price. Meat cleaver to boopinator? Alright, I see it. There you go. We have boopinator. Yeah, that does not look healthy. No, I can't use ranged weapons at all. I don't think it'll let me throw or fire. I haven't tested it yet, but I'm pretty sure. I think I'm going to have to go house to house. I think we're going to have to go north. No, oh, we have a basement? Ooh, we have a basement. Do I risk? How many cockroaches do you think are in this basement? Or is it going to be a Migo Scout? The Amigo Scout basement. Two zombie runners. Oh, out to the west. Let's flip on our headlamp. Eek. Oh my god, it's the gunsmith basement. Alright, what bastard put me on Brawler? Which one of you put me on Brawler? And then first basement I find is a gunsmith basement. The good old gunsmith basement. Been a while. We got no guns in the gunsmith basement. We got ammo. I can just throw the ammo at people if it'll let me. Oh, nope, there is a Kel-Tec pistol. And a semi-auto MP40 submachine gun. With an MP40 32 round magazine. That's funny. Then of course it gives me no 40 caliber ammo. Nope. Yeah. Been a while since I've seen the gunsmith basement. Well, I mean, yay. So there are variant basements like this that are themed. This is the gunsmith basement. We're on half items spawn rate, so it's usually got more stuff than this on your standard game world. And there is a safe over here that I am not going to try to get into. But yeah, there's nothing here we can really take advantage of. So we are a brawler class specifically, so I'm not allowed to use ranged weapons. So it's good for a retreat point though. It's empty. I can do a bit of scuttling around in here if I need to. Alright, so I'm going to have to break the glass here. Oh man, the view range on these guys. How far away are you guys? Really? 33 and 37? Damn it. I was really hoping I'd get across here without getting spotted, especially by that hunter. I don't care about the fat zombie, but the hunter is going to be a problem. He's going to cross this distance fast. Whoops. Ah, damn it. It's my favorite building ever. My mostest favoritist building. The stupid... Ah, God, I hate this thing. I hate this thing so much. That means I've either got to go out the front or the back, because I can't go north-south because of the dividing wall. I'm going to go right into the hands or claws of that damn hunter. More meds, please. I'll take gauze. Naproxen. Painkiller. Tramadol. Take tramadol. Narrow spectrum antibiotics. And we gotta get out of here. Alright, at least the hunter is somewhere in the building trying to follow me now. Single zombie to my north. Can I get around the edge here? Oh, joined by a second zombie. Alright, so they're slow movers. I can get around them. We're still good. We got stamina. Ideally, I want to get in this window and then work my way north through the building and keep using it as cover. Right up until I encounter a blocked door and I have to back out into the crowd following me. That's the big danger. So we go here. Uh-oh. That's that lasher zombie. What the hell? What is that thing? It's just got a white box where the name is. The otherwise regular zombie's head is absolutely filled to the brim with eyes, half of them frantically swiveling in their orbits, the other half are staring directly at you. Okay. Hmm. First aid kit, 10 drugs. Bandages, gauze, cold medicine, bandages, antiseptic. That's a pretty good find. Antibiotics. Hey, dangerously close. I forget, did I make myself asthmatic? I did not. Gallon jug of vegetable cooking oil. Yum yum. Looking tasty. Isn't this the house with multiple stories? Ocular zombie? Alright. New to me. Alright, where are we at? We got one house to go on this side of the street before we hit the forest, where it's going to be a coin flip whether I get eaten by wild forest grue. Golf club. Wheeled golf club. Ocular zombie. Ooh, a hatchet. I ditched the golf club for the hatchet. Alright, so last house on this side. I think I'm going to cross over here. Nothing in the garage. It takes a long time to swivel that garage door open. That's actually a problem. Especially with me being followed. Oh, please don't be locked. It's locked. Crap. Oh boy. Oh boy. Ah, this is not good. This is not good. I really don't want to fight. 22 torso encumbrance currently. And if I try to drop the pack, we might not get it back again. We have no real skills. We're going to get tore up a bit. He is full strength. No, this is an airport to the north. This is the hangar, the runway, and the control tower. I really did not need that hunter chasing me in here. Good old locked door. Yeah, and we're gonna get dogpiled. I'd have to burn a ton of stamina to try to get back out to a drain pipe or over to the other house if I'm going to avoid this fight. Which is going to be tough. I'd have to sprint the entire way. This guy's too fast. I'm playing little speed games, trying to save as much stamina as I can, just taking one step at a time. Ah, can't close it from the outside. Uh-oh. We got blood in the forest. Never a good sign. Rubber dog rain suit and a mangled corpse of a chihuahua. Oh, that's the Cataclysm, all right. Little rat dogs were one of the first to go. Let's see. I think I'm going to drop down and to the right. And hopefully that bathroom door is not locked. Because then we're going to be stuck. Alright, so we burned over a bar and a half to get me to this point. Nope. Oh, what do we got here? Backpack! Bling pack, drop. Take off. Bling pack. Drop! Oh, t-shirt. And, alright, 23. We'll have to live with 23. Alright, so here's the tough part. Disengaging from the zombies here in town. We got a pretty good opportunity here. Currently nothing can see me. I'm just going to go straight north into the forest, and at some point I might have to start sprinting. See how lucky we get. Hopefully that hunter doesn't come up and see me before I get out of range. We're doing pretty good so far. Decayed zombie way to the southwest. 2 tough zombies. Alright. Northeast, we got a bit of a crowd, so we're going to try to go west around the lake. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I can eventually outpace them, especially if I can get them into the water. We're just hoping that we don't get any of the fast wildlife showing up now. Oh crap, they're coming at me from both sides. Who are you guys chasing that's coming exactly my direction? That's rude. Now, we're back to full stamina. Time to burn some of that, getting a little distance. Back to walk mode. It's all about stamina management. Walk, run, walk, run, walk, run. Coming up on the fence line. I think we're clear of anybody following us. If they're still coming this way, it's incidental. They're following something else. Alright, I see a gargoyle. So we got a tech zombie and a gargoyle. I don't really usually need to go near the control tower. I'd rather get over here to the hangars. Although the vehicles are usually up here somewhere. Still got a couple of guys moving my direction down there. Oh, it's a fly. Alright. I'm worried if I move any further north, I'm going to catch the attention of the gargoyle and the technician. It was definitely a much better choice to run away from that that hunter, as you saw. We would have been in pretty big trouble. Even a few hits would have put me in pain, would have slowed me down. The other zombie was almost there. Given the proximity of possible cover and doors and windows and such. Brave Sir Robin was the correct maneuver. I think I'm going to risk going back into the forest here. We'll try to inch our way up to the fence line. If I stay close to the fence line, at least if something starts chasing me here in the forest, I might be able to hop the fence and get away. Alright, we got golf carts with zombie dogs and feral humans, and the vehicles are over here as well, near the control tower and all that. Uh-oh, that feral human saw me. Whoops. Now I'm moving the wrong direction. Might be drivable. It's always fun to tootle around in a golf cart till the power runs out. How about you, hippie van? Hippie van has wheels. I can't see the gas status. Engine is busted anyway, so it doesn't matter. Can't use the hippie van. Alright, this guy may or may not be able to break through this fence anytime soon. Wouldn't expect him to be able to. Chain link's a little tough to break, but he is going to pace me. So, let's try to get to the far side of the warehouse here. Uh-oh, somebody's in that one. We're not going to be able to get into either one of these. The tough zombie, I think, might be able to break the fence. Let's get their attention. Hey, where you at, tough zombie? Why'd you go into the hangar? I wanted to get you away from the hangar, damn it. That's unfortunate. Eek. Couple more possible vehicles. Let's go see if we can scan those vehicles from afar. Use our vehicle evaluation. I can't quite get to them. Just a little out of the way. Two potentials, though. Both of those might be drivable. Let's see if we can have clearance to swing wide around and get to them. Uh-oh. Got a horde. Oh, corpse pit. Definitely want to stay away from the corpse pit. Alright, there's the connector road. Oh, we got a construction vehicle. Is that the backhoe one or the crane one? That's the excavator with the boom crane. Please tell me it works. I love running around in these things. Integrated cooler and heater. Faulty. Might work, might not. So 3 potential vehicles. Uh-oh. Dermatic and a centipede. Nope. That's unfortunate. It's even got fuel, battery. What's wrong with it? Faulty starter and diesel pump. So, yeah, those are 2 big problems. Dermatic is going around killing all the zombies. I'm perfectly okay with that, as long as it doesn't come my way. There you go. Chase them all. Oh, a hunter zombie. Crap. Gotta check these out real fast. First up, V6 Sports Coupe. Has wheels. Broken security. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ooh, I think we got a winner. We got perfect battery. We got engine is in perfect shape. We got a winner. We're out of here. Heck yeah. Okay. Well, that makes our life a heck of a lot easier. Oh yeah. Everything you see in the vehicle here, you can rip out and you can build your own vehicle. You can build a vehicle from zero, from ground up. A lot of the parts you can even manufacture yourself. The basic stuff like frames and all that. Literally, you can go mining and smelting and all that stuff. Is absolutely not worth it. Don't ever do it, but you could do it. But yeah, you can build your own vehicles. You can either take an existing vehicle and mod it out. You can smash, not really literally smash together, but you can disassemble multiple big military vehicles and build yourself some big stupendous apocalypse super vehicle, load it up with laser turrets and sound systems and all sorts of stuff. You can get as crazy as you want. Go check out, what did I call that series? A Bizarre Battle Arc? God, what did I call that series? I don't remember what I called it. Yeah, Noah's Bizarre Battle Arc. Go look at like the last episode or two of Noah's Bizarre Battle Arc where I built this gigantic 90,000 pound, 18 tiles wide vehicle that I used to go around and pick up all the most dangerous animals in the game and store them. And it was last time I'd ever do that, and it was before some changes were made that make that kind of build unlikely nowadays. But yeah, you can do all sorts of cool stuff. Mine stable or experimental? I'm on experimental. I'm always on experimental. Up until I decide to return to the game and play stable. But no, I updated the experimental a couple of days ago. I'm not on today's experimental, but I am on experimental as of a few days ago. Alright, so we got a really good, strong vehicle to use. It's got enough gas to go for a while. I forget the process for refueling it. I need things. Rubber hose? I forget what else. It's been too long. I wouldn't mind getting into the hangars south of me. I could play Piper games and lure some of these zombies away or lure them into the Dermatic. Dermatic's still full strength. He's busy slaughtering zombies. So, I mean, he's doing the Lord's work. So, let's just putter around a little bit. Lead the zombies into him. Oh, those shock zombies might do him some damage. Hey, go after the zombies, Dermatic. Come on. So we're using proximity rules and knowledge, so I'm just moving in such a way that the Dermatic, which is more of an animal and is hostile to zombies, they detect each other and they go after each other. So Dermatic is starting to take a little damage, and it might get killed by the zapper zombies. The electrical damage might actually do it in. But once they all get near each other, I'm going to zoom past and we're going to go ahead and try to get to those warehouses. Alright, let's get spun around here. Zoom over there while the Dermatic is distracted. Oops. Alright, let's hop out and take a look around real quick. What do we got? Bottle jack, drive belt. So these are parts you can use to fix the engine with certain faults. I'm not going to pop open the crates even if I could. Welding goggles. I mean, sure, I guess. Not much in this one we can take advantage of. Dermatic is running away. Yeah, it's wounded now, about to die. I knew the zapper zombies would probably get it to run. I don't think I can afford... Nah, not with it coming my way. Ah, crap. Poor Dermatic. What do we see on the ground over there? Ooh, a crowbar. I want the crowbar. We'd have to actually check the various zombies with all this stuff. What's in the back of the car? We have a toolbox back here with pliers and a wrench. Nice. And a steel jerry can. Very nice. Now I just need to get a rubber hose so we can siphon gas out of some of these vehicles. Yeah. But I need to get rid of these two guys. I think I'll just lead them out into the field, then circle back. I need to drop some stuff while we're here. Get rid of that, and that, and that. Go this way. Well, you know, you get to pick either depth or pretty. You never get both. Ever. So, pick your poison. I understand the graphics thing, but I mean, I've been playing computer games since long before there were graphics, so I don't particularly care. As long as they're serviceable, that's all I care about. So, if you want deep, complex, multi-thousand hours gameplay that'll still show you things you haven't seen before, Cataclysm's worth investing in. But if, you know, if you're a dirty graphics whore, then, you know, the exit's... I think the exit's over that way. So. And there are other graphical styles. This is just the one I have chosen to use. But they're all going to be, you know, top-down Tileset, cartoony style, most part. Yeah, you can make one yourself. I mean, it's as hard as coming in here and going graphics, Tileset, and then saying, oh, I don't know, what are the other ones that people like nowadays? I know there's Undead People Legacy. Load. The isometric ones don't work real well. Oops, did it not save the change? Yeah, it didn't save the change. But yeah, I mean, you can come in here and change it to whatever you want. Surveyor's map. Oh yeah, retro days. Let's do retro days. There you go. Now we're talking. Can't do it. Can't do it. Don't recognize anything. Back to Chibi-Ultica. Alright, so it was diesel in that. I've got to get a hold of a rubber hose, which I think, what, we set the alarm off? I'm not sure I can break these with 8 strength. I need to stop. I need to finish dropping things into the trunk here. Bupinator can go. Steak knife can go. All the foodstuffs can go. Alright, where'd the crowbar go? Right there. That will be helpful. Plastic jerry can up down in the other warehouse over there. Has gas? Has gas. 17 liters. I just need to be able to take this stuff out of here. Trying to remember all the places you can get a rubber hose. I don't think I can get one from a vending machine. I don't think I can break the vending machine. I'm blowing my stamina. There's a refrigerator. That's where I can get one. Oh, crap. Now I'm low stamina with a paramilitary zombie coming at me. I really need that rubber hose. That'll solve a lot of problems. Car trunks? Yeah, possibly. Till that paramilitary shows up. Let's go ahead and look at this car trunk real quick. Jerry can, jumper cable, toolbox, survival kit. A lot of batteries. Electric sports coupe. Where'd you go, paramilitary zombie? There he is. Alright, I'll let him chase me back into the building again. Die, refrigerator, die! Alright, we have our rubber hose. Probably other stuff I should pick up, but that's all I care about. On the roof. Oh. Roof gets us a little better view. Oops. Back. Come on. So, we got a, what, pump station back that way. Nothing else interesting to look at. Alright, I just need to get away from this guy. Where are you, dude? Don't know where he went. Siphon, vehicle tank, pour into container, jerry can. Fill vehicle tank from the jerry can. The other vehicle is diesel and electric, so we can't use those. And what we've got will be plenty for quite a while. So we'll leave that. Pick our hatchet back up. Alright, we're in good shape. It's not the best vehicle for tooling around. It's got speed that I don't need, but, you know, perfect condition engine and tank and battery. You can't pass that up. Uh-oh, Zapper zombies are still here. They don't have good good eyesight. I don't think I want anything in this place. Let's just let's keep moving. All right, we are on the road. One second. I just need to go check a few things. Okay, just wanted to track down a donation. Thank you very much for the recent generous donation. I think it came in the stealth method, so I don't want to call it out. But I did receive it, and I will put it to good channel use. Alright, where are we? This place is actually pretty good if it doesn't have zombies. And we've got enough gas now, we can play Pied Piper games if we have to. Hey there, I want in. An inflatable boat! I always wanted an inflatable boat. Safety glasses, a steel drum. Steel drums are fun for various reasons. Ooh, fitted hiking boots. Do we want hiking boots? Or do we want our low-top tennis shoes? I think I'll keep the tennis shoes. Medium battery. Duct tape. Whoops. Drill, saw. Battery, string. Nothing I care about. Ah, they locked the 2 shock zombies inside. That's appropriate. Alright, let's go ahead and leave. Nothing else in here I care about. Yeah, 6 weeks ago. And all I did was run around the town demonstrating maneuvering while I was chatting with people during the channel update video. So we're actually in really good shape now. So, you know, nanny to all those people posting crosses in chat when I was in the city down here. I guess we'll drive till we find something fun. Kinda need to know what you guys want to see me do. Now that I'm in a vehicle with fuel, it's pretty wide open. I mean, if I've got fuel, we're there. I mean, what? I need some guidance now because it's not gonna be a long-term playthrough. And we're kind of beholden to the map gen. Find a lab and get shot. Yet another turret death. Is that what we're looking for? A YATD. I'm supposing... Oh, look at that. One of the fancy electric cars. So that would be one that enterprising individuals could yank the advanced solar panels off of the solar car here. Stick them on your vehicle and have regenerative energy. That's quite a few intact solar panels there. No headlights. Electric motor's good. No seat. You'd have to replace the seat. And it has a good motor. So yeah, a little bit of a fixer-upper, but you could yank the advanced solar panels off. They're tricky to keep running. Oh look, it's a lab! Who was asking for a lab? This is the short version lab, though. This is the lab, not the science lab. Do something you haven't done in the game yet. There's a reason I'm on a long hiatus. If there were still things that I hadn't done in the game, I wouldn't be on a hiatus. If there were still things I hadn't done 10 times, I would still be playing the game. That's the problem. So yeah, I mean, I had to go to extensive efforts to find ways to keep me interested in playing, because we had done all the things. I mean, this place will kill me if we go down in it, so we have no combat capability. There's absolutely no reason for me to go down here, but we'll go look at it. Maybe I can look and get out again alive. Not hiding anything fun, but some acetaminophen. Oh, that's right. I never picked up a cash card. Ah. What you got? Sometimes they have good books. Mountain Man's not terrible for recipes. Oh, that's right. I don't have a way in yet. I don't have a card. We'd have to get creative with getting in. I don't think there's any trees nearby that I can use for an entry. No, no trees. I don't really have a good way in here. I'd have to crash the vehicle into the door, and I don't want to do that. So, can't do that one. Do something crazy? I don't have much definition of the word crazy for the game either. Hey, we're heading into mushroom territory. We are the Micas. We got mushrooms and dermatic nest. And a beehive. Nice. We're on the edge of a town over here as well. South Portland still? This is still South Portland over here? That's kind of wacky. What are your opinions about the removal of the robotic enemies like the Riot Bot and iBots? They had very little gameplay impact on me the last few years, so I don't care. I think maybe once the entire time I played did I ever get captured by one of the bots. And I can't remember the last time I had any impact with a Riot Bot. Even the iBots, way back in the day, you would actually purposely spawn and go after them for the lenses so you could make the telescope? I think the telescope. But then they changed a bunch of stuff and it was no longer really necessary and they were kind of irrelevant. So they haven't really had much a place in the game for forever. Are mini nukes still available? I believe they took out mini nukes because they were just broke as hell. I mean, they were stupid. It was a nuke, but it didn't really nuke anything. It just made a small hole and that's it. I mean, they were mostly broken anyway. Even the missile silo stuff. They just didn't have any play value. They were just a gimmick you could do, but there was no tactical reason to ever do it. So, you know, I don't miss the gimmicky stuff that had nothing to do with actual real gameplay. So, that's what the whole nuke, mini nuke stuff was. You'd use the mini nuke in super rare occasions when you had nothing else and you just wanted to make sure something died, but you weren't going to go in and really collect anything after you did it. And surviving, actually deploying it and getting out of the range was a little tough, depending on where you're trying to use it. Schools. We've had lots of fun adventures charging into schools, especially on the double zombie worlds. Oh my god, look at all the kids. Why do we have all these kids? Panicked persons. We have panicked persons now? This historical individual has a faint yet fading glint of intelligence in their bloodshot eyes. They sometimes scream in fear and behave clearly irrationally. This will quite likely cause their demise at the hands of the undead horde rather quickly. How are they still alive? It's been 30 days. How are there any of these people still alive in highly populated zombie-infested areas? Panicked persons. I wonder if these are particular to certain POIs or what. That's the first ones I've seen. We didn't see any panicked persons when we were running out of the city. Did I ever play the Bordered Challenge? I did. I talked about that when we first started and we were looking at scenarios. I played the Bordered Challenge. My problem with it was too big. The border was larger than the early to average player would ever explore anyway. I mean, the size of the border was so titanic, you could have entire challenges and adventures within the bounds, so I never really felt restricted in any way. My hope was that I could pick how big the boundary was. And I don't know if they ever changed it in a way where that would be enabled, or if there's different choices for the bordered one where you can pick large border versus a small border. So that one didn't do much for me. Yeah, similar issues with Sky Island. It's an interesting concept, but I just didn't find it didn't just really change the gameplay all that much for me. I know it's had some updates of some kind, but alright, so, you know, we have panicked persons apparently. Basically just more distractions that the player, a knowledgeable player, can use and abuse. Hey, panicked person, you're gonna panic and run away from me too? Well, we're gonna use you like you were intended. As bait, as a distraction. So this is the room you would want to go in. You go in the window here, and then you hop through the window here, and then you go up the stairs here, and that puts you in the library. Then you loot the library, and you come back down, and then you get in your vehicle and you drive away with all your books. Good times. That's a lot of fast movers right there behind me, though. Trying to see if we can find someplace interesting for me to adventure around in. Plus, we have the mushrooms distracting the zombies as well. Oh, we got ants too? Oh man, we got an unholy trifecta of fun stuff. We got the micas, we got the ants, we got the zombies. We just need the triffids. Where are you, plant people? I remember I was driving along a highway once, and we hit this point on the highway where we had all three. We had the micas, all four, however many. We had all of them intersecting right at this little section of roadway. It was awesome. The ladybugs are going to work. Haven't found the center of the ant farm yet. Stay away from me, ants. These are the good ants. These are the acid ants. Do not mess with these guys. There's a few vehicles. Parking lot, parking lot. Ants are bothered by noise, so they're hearing the vehicle and they're coming after the vehicle when we get within a certain range. That is a lot of vehicles right there. Pretty good chances some of those are working. There's the ant center, ant hill. I always feel weird when I get to this point and I am not doing a specific challenge to kind of give me guidance. Whoa. Those guys are all heading east. Something made a big noise over there. Well, we're about to hit the forest again. Uh-oh. Whoops. Whoops. Hope we can stop fast enough. We might be done. Alien with gun. Alien with gun. Alien with gun. Alien with gun. I can't go to the right or east. If I go west, the turn will be too wide. We're real close to the range they're going to be able to shoot at. I can't remember if they'll shoot through the window. Let's pop the parking brake. Yep, they're shooting. Back up, back up. Now we just want to bring the aliens with the guns up to the zombies. And then we turn so that they meet. And they engage in some cultural discussions. You know, share some art. Talk about the weather. There they go. They're sharing. Oh, hi there, more zombies. Come share with the aliens. Oh, we had a body site down here. There's the regular Migo. Codeine and nothing else. And now a bunch of clothing from dead zombies. Yeah, that squad will go through most of that town pretty easily, especially if they stay near each other. Another one of those opportunities you can use as long as you're aware of the dangers. That was pretty close, though. Well, that's way too dangerous for us to deal with, so we're gonna have to go find fun elsewhere. What's the thing I like most about the game? It's the depth of the mechanics. It's a game type where once you get past the very initial what do, how do of the key commands and all that, you start to play, and you can play it at a high level and have fun just trying to survive and learning and what you can build and all that kind of stuff. But then you learn there's another layer below that where you can improve your gameplay. And then all of a sudden, another 6 months later, you learn, oh, there's this other mechanical system you've learned about that improves your gameplay. And there's just layers and layers and layers of depth and complexity married to vast, vast configurability. I mean, you can configure everything about how the world generates. You can configure a vast, huge panoply of options for character builds, scenarios to play. There's a whole mod scene. It's just vast. There's just so much stuff in it. You can literally play for 1,000 hours and not come close to learning everything there is about the game and the gameplay that's available. So, yeah, it's just, there's just so many layers. I mean, I do so much stuff automatically because I've played it so much, and I'm not communicating even a percentage of all the things that are important in the game that I'm taking advantage of. I try to cover the rough top-level stuff that's fairly obvious to newer players, and I'm always happy to answer questions, but there's so much depth to just the stamina system, and then you marry that with the speed system and what affects that, and then you marry that with the focus system and the move points, and just so many things that are all actually being involved in a single situation. It's a little more approachable than a lot of games of this depth as well, because it's a familiar universe. I mean, it's set in present time, so I mean, a car's a car. I mean, a toaster is a toaster. You recognize the vast majority of objects, so you're not like in Dwarf Fortress or Caves of Cud or other games. You're not in this weird-ish fantasy realm where you're also having to learn all these weird place names and item names and creature names and descriptions and so on. So Cataclysm benefits in that way, in that it's a very familiar world that you're in. You don't have to relearn. But yeah, I mean, you can play it at all sorts of scales and all sorts of levels. I remember playing it when I first started playing it, and I would play hours and hours and hours and not get more than 2 or 3 map squares. I mean, I would start in an evac shelter and there would be a town nearby, and I would spend an entire evening playing, just figuring out how to build things with the materials in the evac shelter and slowly moving out and inching my way towards houses at the town and learning how to deal with the monsters and what I could loot and getting all super excited about finding certain things. But the whole night would go by and I wouldn't go more than 4 or 5 spaces away. And those were good times. I mean, I was engaged and I was learning stuff and I was building stuff and I was finding cool loot and I was getting slaughtered by enemies, and then I was learning my lessons and so on. So there's a huge front-loaded amount of content in a tiny space, and then you realize that the world just opens up and gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and there's more and more places and stuff and aliens and cataclysms and tunnels and underground facilities and skyscrapers and military bases and just so many things. So that's the good side. The downside is it looks like ass. I mean, come on, it's a top-down Tileset game. So I mean, it appeals more to, I think, the older crowd. I know there's younger folks that love it and enjoy it and all that, but just because of the type of gameplay offered is similar, or of a similar presentation as games that some of us old folks grew up with or experienced. We're a little more tolerant, I think, on this kind of stuff. But yeah, it's always going to be a niche game. It is and always will be a tiny niche game. And it's not intended to be anything else. I mean, this isn't a for-profit game. It's free. That's the thing that a lot of people, I think, can't wrap their minds around. The people that work on it do it for free because they love it. That's it. There's no corporate push. There's no stock that they have to satisfy the shareholders of. There's no sales pressure. There's none of that. I mean, it's not really fair to compare it to a lot of stuff because it's not a thing that's being sold to anybody. You can choose to support by paying the $20 on Steam, but it's the exact same thing you can get for free. So, yeah, it's just its own constantly morphing beast. This is kind of funny. We have two FEMA camps right next to each other. I don't think I've ever seen one like this. 2 FEMA camps. So, yeah, that's weird. We got all sorts of fun stuff. Deranged axemen, black ops zombies, feral soldiers. Too much for us to deal with right now, though. Hunter-killer zombies. I mean, just for giggles, just to give you an idea of what's involved here, you've seen a tiny, tiny slice of the enemies that are in the game. I'm paging down. I mean, a lot of these are variations on fish or birds or whatever, but most of them are completely different enemies. And this list just keeps getting longer and longer and longer and longer. And it's everything from a bunny rabbit to an elder god visiting from another dimension. So, yeah, that's what you're dealing with. And for the mighty, mighty price of 0 of your dollars. Uh-oh, we're about to get stuck. Nowhere to drive over here. Damn it. Uh-oh, right over the boulder. Ah! I destroyed a newspaper page. Wasp nest. Man, remember how I used to rail against the wasps? I so seldom have any problems. I don't know what changed. I'm not sure what really changed. I think they finally toned down some of their locations, but I don't know. When they first showed up, man, they were bad. Back to Antland. We're trying to find a way out of the foresty area. We're kind of in a cul-de-sac for the vehicle, unfortunately. And we might be permanently stuck. Well, I might have to drive all the way back to here to follow this road north. This is going right into the nest where the densest population of ants are. Well, let's do it. Not like I haven't driven through this 1,000 times before. And you know what this game doesn't have? A Game Pass. A deluxe version. Pay-to-win microtransactions. Cosmetic microtransactions. Transactions of any kind. If for no other reason, you should love it for that. None of that bullshit. Yeah, Helldivers, Skull and Bones look like they're gonna have the same kind of nonsense. It's not a live service game. It's a dead service game. Oh, there we go. A fungal bloom. Yeah, for the most part, if your game has live service, cash shop, Game Pass, Deluxe Edition, Vormithrax ain't playing it. So seldom am I playing a game that has any of those things anymore. Oh, not good. Trailhead End. Power station. Anything on the counter that I want? I already got the screwdriver and hammer. Nah, there's probably nothing in there I care about. Alright, let's go this way. We'll see if this links up or goes across a bridge or something. I'd like to get out of this area. Hey, we do have a bridge. Cool. Where are we going? Up into the... it's just a river. Is that a boat over there? Hey, random paddle boat? Rowboat. Huh. Ooh. Random rowboat. Those are new. To me, anyway. How many rowboats do we have on the riversides now? Woodland whites! Oh, that's the stuff I fear. When we were tramping through the woods earlier, this is what I wanted to make sure I didn't run into. Super, super fast. These would have ripped me up. Let's try to head away from the water. Get away from me, woodland whites. Yeah, the fact that CDDA is so small and easily portable. Oh, another Migo Scout camp. Oh, they're fighting the soldiers. It's a Migo Scout soldier camp. Guns that we can't use. Ooh, Bio-Operator up against Scouts. I think the soldiers are going to win this. They might actually push these guys away. We got, what, M4A1s? Couple of them. An M1014 shotgun. And another M4A1. Yeah. 4 or so M4s. Shotgun. M26 Mass. Standalone shotgun. Modular accessory shotgun system. Underbarrel bolt-action shotgun inspired by the Master Key, which fixed most of its predecessor's problems. Configured for standalone usage. Problem is, I don't want to drive past that, because I fear the stupid Migos will shoot me anyway. We can't use, we're brawlers, so we can't use the guns, so it doesn't really matter. So we'll back off. Normally I'd take advantage of that and we get some guns and some ammo. But we can't. There's one thing I wish I could do, it's be a newbie at the game again. Lots of fun discovery. I'm right there with you. I've stated that many, many times. Wish I could just brain wipe myself and relearn Cataclysm. Unfortunately, I can't. Their aggression? I mean, they always had a limited aggression range. It wasn't that large, but for some reason, when they were first implemented, they were just awful. And everywhere. Oh, we got craters being formed. Oh, I love that. That must be a chunk border right there. That's kind of funny. Tried to spawn a crater right on the chunk border. I was gonna see if I could go up and around that firefight. Whoops! Don't hit that with a sports car. Yeah, more swamp. Might be able to get to the road still. Right through there, right through there. Look at that. Alright, map gen, give me something interesting to deal with. I have never tried to play a mobile version of CDDA. I don't think I ever could. The idea boggles my brain. Pickup truck with gas. With gas. Alright, let's siphon some gas. More mushrooms out in the middle of the water. Oh, cow farm. Can we get a quad bike? Quad bike would be fun. Oh, we got zombie cows. Show me the quad bike. Nope, we got the truck and the regular bike. God, I know this game too well. Blah. This is gonna have 92 liters of gas if the tanks aren't hold. Going to be 2 tanks of 40. Is it 96? Is it 48 per tank? I'm trying to remember how many it is per tank. If both of them are unhold. Oh, nope. 92. Hey, I was right. I had the numbers in each wrong. I was thinking either 82 or 96, depending on what I usually see. But yeah, that's a lot of gas. And I mean, I could bring the vehicle and back it up, and then siphon straight from that vehicle into mine. The cows, the zows nearby would be worrisome. But, you know, I've done this way too much. We're already full. Yeah. So, that's a refueling stop, basically. The road ended. That's not good. Either Fistmaster 2K4. Thank you very much. It is definitely one more year for the old fart. Any year above ground is a good year. More woodland whites, and the road ended at a trailhead. And things are too fast. Oh, mansion. A mansion. Those are fun.
Here's a drink of your choice, depending on inflation.
Too bad we're not playing a more combat-focused character. We and our 14 dexterity. That's about the funnest place I've seen to run around in so far. Swimmer zombies are kind of nasty. Let's stop here and hop in. Just driving around forever is going to be boring. Let's see how much running around we can do inside the mansion before we get caught. Oh, the maid's coming for me. Feral servant. Pretty quick. She can open the door too. Hop upstairs. Another zombie. What do we got? Baseball cap, platinum watch, and a bar boot helm. Steel and leather. Good old bar boot. Alright, let's try to get us a bar boot helm. Oh, yeah. Let's see. Dead end to the east. Little reading room. Same to the west. I got a zombie just north of me. Already burning stamina. I can't afford a shrieker zombie. Anything else fun? Platinum watch. Sometimes there's medieval weaponry and gear over here, but it's mostly replicas nowadays. There we go. We got a cutlass. Cutlass. It'll be a replica. And a fencing mask. Hey there, cutlass made of aluminum synthetic fabric. Yeah, you're a piece of crap. Not gonna worry about that.
Loving your stream and knowledge of CDDA, you always make it interesting.
Alright, thanks for the resubs. Didn't notice the title. Yeah. I tried to make it as obvious as I could. The landmine thing, there's only like 2 places you're going to run into landmines, and once you know the 2 places, and one of them is staggeringly obvious. Unfortunately, one of the early quests new players will get into with random NPCs, and the quest that the refugee center gives will get them blown up, because they send you to a cabin that has landmines surrounding it, and they'll just explode and not know what happened. They'll just be dead and wondering. But that's about it. That's about it. So, it used to be we actually had landmine fields randomly scattered around the world, and they could be a pain if you were running around in the dark and you walked into one. But they were marked. They had signs on the corners marking them, so as long as you caught the signs, at night or in the daylight, you were fine. But landmines, you're almost never going to get killed by landmines once you know about that quest cabin spot. And the other spot is the military base has landmines surrounding it, but it's incredibly obvious that they're there. And you can actually find mines and underground stuff like that just by standing still and passing time. The game basically makes a perception check every round to see if you spot it. And if you just stand there for 5 minutes, you're going to spot them all. So even at low perception skill. Choo-choo drop, 87%. Need more chew in the choo-choo. Yeah, but the bridge sides can, but again, it's staggeringly obvious that they're there. The cabin site is the only place where there's no indication of any kind that you're about to step into a landmine area. So, but yeah. I'm not saying there aren't other places where there might be mines, but they're all clearly marked. The newbie trap is just that one. Whoops! That's not good. That was rude. Bloated zombie. Now we're poisoned, and we have zombies right here in my face. Wait around, open. Sprint mode. Uh-oh. There's the well-dressed feral with the rapier. Don't want to mess with you, but we're burning stamina. Yep, now we might get killed. The poison and the stamina drain. This guy's fast enough to both move and stab me. And I don't have a good way of avoiding him. I guess I could try dropping off the balcony. I'm not sure if I would take more or less from that, and most of them would just jump down after me anyway. I need to get a good door between me and him, and the only door I have is pretty far away. So this is a potential for us to die, because we're already too low on stamina for me to get real distance on him. So we're going to do the move a few, slow down, and move, close doors. Oh, I forgot. Damn it. I always forget ferals can open doors. I'm commonly forgetting that. Okay, now we're really not going to get away from him. There's a secret door behind the bookshelves, but I'm not strong enough to move the bookshelves. Plus we're bleeding from the stabs. Yeah, if he didn't have the door opening ability, we'd be okay. But I don't think I'm going to get away from these. We're probably going to die here. Which isn't unexpected. I knew I was asking for death when we moved in. Not sure I can think of a way out of this. Even if I drop off the edge of the building or the barrister, they'll just drop down behind me. Knowing the layout, I can't get to anything before my stamina runs out. I agree, Clown of War. This is looking like a GG. That poison cloud is what started the cascade, the fail cascade. The surprise poison cloud. It got bad right after that. Let's see. Can't get these guys distracted on anything. Well, the problem is they'll just follow me straight down off the edge of the balcony. They have no problem doing that. Let's go out this way. Oh, we got grabbed with low strength. We're dead. Now a grappler's coming as well. Yeah, we're gonna die right here. Oh, we broke it. We broke it. Look at that. Not dead yet. Door south of me is closed, but I might be able to circle around. Let's go out onto the balcony here. And then we're going to put our hatchet away, and we're going to wait right here while I try to stop the bleeding. We're applying pressure in the chat screen here. You put pressure on the bleeding wound, so we're going to try to stop the bleeding. I guess I could use some bandage. Alright, we got the bleeding stopped. Take some pain meds, some tramadol. Ideally, I'd wait here until our pain went down. It's an interesting spot for a drain pipe. I still got a ways to go to get to the car. We already got our stamina back. It doesn't recognize it as a space for me to examine and drop down. Yeah, that's one of the reasons I like it as well, the turn-based part. I have time to ponder and to put my vast experience to use. So we're still alive. It was looking pretty grim there. We had a grappler zombie coming up fast. If I didn't break that grab right away, he was going to wrap me up. And there was no way I was going to break his grab. The problem, though, is the strength. The poison just smashed my strength. And that's what you use to test against breaking a grab. So I didn't think I was going to break it. I thought we were going to get stuck there and I was going to get killed. But we got a really lucky roll, apparently. And managed to break the grab, get through that door, and get it closed behind me. Apparently the zombies got in front of the door before the feral did. So he couldn't get next to it just to open it for them. Which gave me time to get out on the balcony. So, you know. I don't know how I survived some of these things, but I survive an awful high percentage of the time. It always makes me laugh when people say this or that is impossible and just luck-based, and I'm like, all right, let's go look at my YouTube channel where I have like 5,000 hours of me demonstrating how it works, and therefore it cannot be luck-based. If I can do it, then it's not luck-based. So, you know, whatever. Hey there, feral servant. I don't need you to be right there. Let's see. I could go back through the window, out the door, and make it for the stairs. I think that's my safest bet. I was hurt. Really? Alright, I'm not sure what happened there. Uh-oh, can I get out the door before they get here? The pokey guy. He's back. Don't grab me. Don't grab me. I'm burning stamina like crazy right now. He poked me on the way down. All right, the last sprint for the vehicle. We're still alive if I can get to the vehicle. Look at that. All right, got to stop the bleed. Bleeding has stopped. So there you go. We're out. Oh, it could have been a lot more lethal. I only popped in just for, you know, the adventure. It would have been worse if I'd gone down into the basement. Would have been a lot worse. My options would have been narrowed considerably. Nah, nobody plays the multiplayer hacks together versions. There's been multiple. And they're all trash. Don't bother. Yeah, sorry to disappoint, Clan of War. I disgust myself sometimes with the stuff I get away with. Alright, so we're still in intense pain. I need to just sit here for a bit. What time is it? 9? It's only 9:30 in the morning. In game world times, we've only been going for 90 minutes. It's almost a real world game world. Whoa! Still being chased by the feral servant. Alright, let's move a little further down the road. I need to let some time pass so the pain fades. We can't get much done until we get some of our stats back. Oh, now we got a military helipad. That's funny. Do we want a military truck to drive around in? We're being bracketed by spotlights. Do we have any Kevlar Hulks in here? We got the zombie pilot, soldiers, pilots, and uniform zombie. Hey there, mill truck. What do you got? You got a good engine, good alternator, good battery. Everything there looks good. You got fuel. You got your wheels. Where are you hiding your fuel? Where are you hiding it? Under the seats? Yep, there it is. Yep, it's got fuel. 3 different tanks. So that's drivable. You got the problem of you'd have to bust the fence out to get it out, but the nice thing about all the military vehicles is they don't have immobilizers or security systems. So one less thing to keep you from being able to hop in and drive off. So this looks perfectly drivable. I don't see anything that would prevent me from hopping in and belling around in a military truck. Most of the zombies are on the back side of the building from where I'm at currently. We're gonna get shot, or did they remove the turrets on these? I forget now. I think they pulled the turrets on these. Yeah, it's just spotlights now. Alright, does it have the helicopter? Nope, just the skeleton of one. It's a pretty good site. A lot of good reasons to come here if you know how to deal with things. Oh, another one of the bestial thingies. Bestial stalkers. Bright red name for a reason. No hulks, no Kevlar hulks though. Not what I meant when I said I needed to find a quiet place to sit still for a short bit though. Hey, we got some of our stats back finally. I think the poison's finally wearing off. Alright, we'll just sit out here in the middle of the field. Wait 30 minutes. Still distressing pain. Painkillers 2. 14 pain. Wait another 30 minutes. Alright, now we're down to moderate. We're still at 88 speed though, which is not good. We're still losing a ton to pain and painkiller effects. Let's have, I got all my food in the back. Let's have some more old butter. Oh, and then it went rotten. Hey, where did my fruit juice go? I don't remember drinking my fruit juice. Did I dump my fruit juice somehow? Oh, I know I had a bottle of fruit juice. Well, that's weird. I'm not sure what happened to my fruit juice. Goodbye, rotten butter. Oh, there it is. Plastic, bottled, sealed. Fruit juice fresh. Oh, it's frozen. That's why it's not showing it to me. Answers that. I didn't drop it. Just frozen status. Well, so now we're severely wounded. Torso down to a bar and a half. Medical. Hey there, Torso. In moderate pain. That's not going to stop me. Either Frill Creek. From memory, the last thing that has turrets is the silo. Unless they finally remove those as well. But after the initial removal of all the above ground turrets, the silo still had turrets. That was, I think, the last thing I could remember. We're driving again. Whoa, CDDA, is everything okay? Yeah, sure. It's my birthday, so we're playing Cataclysm and other games. Combination birthday channel support stream. So I have not returned to regular Cataclysm play. It still hasn't changed enough for me to warrant diving back in for a full challenge runs type of thing. But, you know, I wanted to jump in and play some Cataclysm as one of the games during the birthday weekend. I'll be doing more stuff tomorrow as well. We'll go with Cataclysm a little while longer. I'll find some way to get myself killed. And then I'll take a short break for a bit and get some dinner. And then I'll come back and probably either continue playing Terminus or Cogmind. One of those two. We had a good time with... no, not Terminus. Dead Grid. We had a good time with Terminus earlier this morning. We switched to playing, I started a new run playing the absolute hardest settings I could put it in. So it's on Apocalypse difficulty with the crowded scenario. So it's got triple the number of dangerous places. So it's Apocalypse with 9 dangerous places. And we did fairly well on the first attempt. Which educated me on just how bad it was going to be. And then our second attempt, we're in fairly good shape. So, no, it's still that. Is it a different town or is it still that South Portland? Cogmind or Zero Sievert again? I'm waiting on Zero Sievert. They did some pretty controversial changes to the aiming systems and a few other systems that were really unpopular. So I'm kind of waiting for them to settle that out before I jump back to Zero Sievert. So still on the gameplay list, but I'm waiting for the next big content update drop before I hop back over to that one. Picked up Shadow Empire after watching your recent streams. I complain and complain and complain about that game. And people still go out and buy it. I mean, great. I hope you're having fun with it. I encourage people, if they want to play that kind of game, to do so. I just think it's funny that as much complaining as I do, people still go out and play it. I'm playing it still, despite my criticisms. Alright, well, let's see. I guess I'm going to have to adventure around in town again, but I'm not sure how I'm going to do that. I got to figure out something I can do. We got slow healing, so I'd have to throw on some antibiotics, throw on some more bandages, and sit tight for a night in order to get any healing done. You just set the planet gen to most miserable possible. Well, the way you're stopping the OPGR units from spawning is you're not having the people, the free folk. It's the little tiny free folk towns that generate those. Every time you discover a free folk town, it rolls the dice, and you either get 2 machinery or 3 water, or you get, you know, a super GR multi-mega tank. That's how it works. So if your planet doesn't have a lot of those free folk villages, then you're not getting those GR units. That's pretty much the only control over that. I agree. There just definitely is not anything like Shadow Empire. Hence my constant comment that I really, really want to love and play the game. It pushes so many of my fun buttons. But it also pushes so many of my rage buttons simultaneously. 99% of my issues have to do with the random stuff. Random, 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 luck, random, random, luck. So much of that baked into an otherwise very, very detailed, crunchy, grognard, lovable game. That's the only thing that bugs me. I want to play the super crunchy, detailed war game, 4X game hybrid, but then every 5 minutes I'm spinning the lottery wheel for the super luck factor, and I'm either getting super GR tanks handed to me for no reason, or the enemy is getting one handed to them for no reason, and they go raffle stomping all the miners, or I get a super megazorg, ultra intelligent Alexander statesman cabinet member who's better than every other cabinet member I have combined. Or the map DLC is putting me in the Alps with no roads, or just random, random, random. It's all the random crap that drives me nuts. If they would just shave the top and bottom off of those huge random swings, I would be a joyful, joyful Shadow Empire player. Lots of little niggles with buttons and UI and all that, of course, but it's by far the thing that just destroys my enthusiasm the most is all the random. Huge, stinky piles of random that just totally obliterate any agency that the player has. That's my issue. Still hoping Vorm gets into Aurora 4X, are you? I mean, feel free to hope. It's never going to happen. Absolutely 100% ironclad guarantee. It's not going to happen. Not even Vormithrax is that masochistic. Been there, watched that, said nope, and walked away. Oh, of course it's a Wasp Tower. And this is coming from somebody who played 18 characters in EVE Online simultaneously. Not joking. 6 counts, 18 characters in EVE Online. Which is, you know, spreadsheets in space. And even I cannot play Aurora 4X. Can't do it. Applaud the design, applaud the designer. More glory to all the people that do play it. Just, I can't do it. There's a tower we can climb. Which one are we gonna get? I don't have a telescope or binocs yet. Nothing. We got the nothing tower. No clothes? Wow. Malted milk balls. Alright, let's have some malted milk balls. Alright, what do we got? Nothing much. We got an orchard and then the road ends. That's not good. That's really inconvenient. That means we're kind of on a weird in-between rivers peninsula, so the map gen gave me River World again. So I've got pretty much no option. I guess we can go back to the river bridge here, cross over, and then just do a mad blitz through town and see if we survive a trip through town in a sports car. Be about all I could manage, I think. Be a moment. Gotta go check a few things real quick. Damn, I hate white screens. Alright, so I've seen a couple more donations coming in through PayPal or, you know, the associated paths through Ko-fi and so on. So thank you very much, folks. I don't want to call names out because I can never tell which ones want to be stealth donators. But I do see it, and thank you very much. Wow, 50 people watching on YouTube. I think that's the most I've had watching live on YouTube ever. But just have to go play Cataclysm to get you guys on YouTube to watch me live, huh? Floor it? I mean, it's a sports car. It's pretty light. It's not going to do much. We can go pretty fast. What is the safe speed in this thing? 113 safe, 136 otherwise. So yeah, I'm not going to try to punch this through a mansion like I did with the van we had that one time. A challenge way back when, at the end of the challenge, we had finished it, so I had a long lead up to a mansion, so I started up here, and I put I think it was a SWAT truck, modified SWAT truck or something, but I drove it through a mansion, right through the middle. I just got up to like 80 miles an hour and smashed through. I made it through a couple of walls initially. We got into the middle. I had to back out, and we had to smash through 2 or 3 more times to make it all the way through. But I bisected an entire mansion with a vehicle once. So, you know, good times. It was fun. Hey there, Andy. Welcome back. Thank you very much for the gift subs. Prosperous Universe. Yep, definitely better than that one. That's another one I walked away from. Didn't even touch that one. Streamlabs doesn't want to take the money. I don't know why. They both do the same thing. They both basically are just front end pipelines to go straight to the PayPal. Ko-fi is a little easier to use though. I don't hesitate at all to suggest Ko-fi. Very quick and easy to use. You can pick whatever donations you want, either a one-time or set up a monthly sub of whatever value you would like. So it's very nice. I purposely set up to allow a couple of percent points donation to the platform. I didn't have to, but it's an option they give, so I said sure. But otherwise, it's by far one of the most economical ways to support. A whole lot less fees than Twitch and YouTube and all that stuff. All right, yeah, let's go back to the town. We got nowhere else to go. YouTube kind of sucks, all the clickbait, etc. Well, you know, pay for premium. The benefit to YouTube is the infinite archiving and the discoverability after the fact, so the VODs. But it's terrible for front-end discoverability, for people finding it when you're live. It's terrible for that. They really need to work on that whole thing. And what was the other thing? Oh, it's good also in that they have by far the fattest pipe. They've got the big fat pipe. You can stream to YouTube at 1 million billion bits a second, and they say, sure, bring it on. We can take it. They don't care. So you can stream 4K 200 frames a second to YouTube, and they'll let you. But Twitch and Kick and all the other ones, you're trying to shove a fire hose worth of data into a little teeny tiny fiber. So they got a lot of restrictions. You can only get so much info to them. But you know, it's got its advantages. It's got its disadvantages, like all of the things. I gotta slow down. I'm not gonna make this corner. Oof. Whoop! I'm still trying to slow down. Okay, we got to get around. Oh, road rollers! Oh, we've had some fun times in road rollers. Always good to pull these super huge heavy drums off and put them on your vehicle. God, these things are heavy. These 60-inch roller drums. Stupid heavy. Oh, man, we got a roadblock on the bridge. So, there's the minefield. We were talking about mines earlier. And, you know, they warn you. Danger. Minefield. As long as you do not go in this little rectangle, you're fine. So you can easily go around it. Sometimes there's a nice quality Humvee back here. We'll get around it. Well, it might have to go knock down a tent. Yeah, we're gonna have to knock down that tent. Stupid fat zombie's gonna get in my way. Can I get the diag? Oh, nope, that's deep water right there. I can't do that. Now I'm spending too much time. Maybe I should just bump it. Let's just bump it. The fun thing is when the zombie steps on the landmine and then I get killed by a piece of shrapnel. That's when you're having the good fun. Didn't quite make it. I'm not sure what's going to happen if I let the wheels go into that deep water. I don't remember the rules on exactly when your vehicle disappears. So, oh, there goes the landmine. Eliminated that zombie. He's a bloodstain. Leather backpack. Aww. Wait, a tough zombie was wearing a cheerleader tank top? Doesn't sound so tough. Let's see if we can lead these guys back into the minefield. Now the problem is the landmine going off made a huge noise, so all the zombies in the region are now coming down this way. And I didn't quite make that gap to get the vehicle through large enough. So, let's see. We hit it at speed. Oh, there goes another one. Yeah, screw it. Let's just see if these sink. Made it through anyway. Are we gonna have a double minefield? Because that's always entertaining. Nope, not a double minefield. Ah, birthday stream. Birthday / channel support stream. Get us through this first quarter of the year where advertising revenue dumps into the old toilet. Advertisers after the holidays just turn off the advertising dollar spigot, so YouTube and Twitch advertising revenue goes way, way down. So it's always nice to pick up a little extra help during those turbulent months. Thank you very much for the happy birthdays, everybody. Too much chat, too much chat. I think I'm caught up. Either commoner. Thanks for dropping a gift sub. Alright, I need to figure out what I'm going to do here. And then Dead Prof. And then Lady of Distrust. Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm going to do here. Zombear! Where's the Zombear? Oh, been a while. Been a while, Zombear. Hey, buddy. Looking cute. Dog pack. there anything fun in town to deal with? I'm tempted to go back and find that lab, or go back to the lab over here and smash the door in with the vehicle, just to go down and get killed in the lab. At least that's somewhat more interesting. Let's go this way for a little bit down the road. If we don't find anything more interesting, we'll come up and we'll play some driving through town games. Am I playing on experimental build? I am playing experimental, yes. I updated experimental a few days ago. But I haven't played the game in 7 months, so, I mean, I don't really know what the current status of experimental is if it's not glaringly obvious from my current gameplay. Since I never played stable builds in the 7 years or so of constant Cataclysm that I streamed, I never kept track of what the stable builds had or didn't have, so I'm not really a good one to ask what's different between what version of stable and whatever. Couldn't tell you. That's the other thing that always makes me laugh when people talk about experimental builds. And they complain that it's buggy and they lose their saves constantly and all that. And I again point at my 130 or so 30-hour challenges each for multiple thousands of hours of play, all doing live streaming, permadeath, Cataclysm play, and I never lost a single run a single time to game bugs. We had to work around some issues every once in a while with the debug menu or such, but I never had a run end because of a bug or an experimental update. And I updated twice a week for years. Every single week, twice a week. 3 times a week back when I was doing 3 8-hour streams of Cataclysm a day. God, anybody been around long enough to remember those? I used to do like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, like 8-hour streams each day. Back in the glory days. And I was trying to keep up 2 different series simultaneously. I had like the original 170 some episode tutorial series and the Prison Break series I was trying to do simultaneously, and I was constantly forgetting which world I was in and what I did what in, because they were overlapping simultaneously. Never made that mistake again. That was the last time I tried to do that. Yeah, the corpse storage has been an issue for a while. I stumbled on it, I don't know, years back when they first started doing the pocket stuff. I stumbled on using corpses, so we were pulling swords out of squirrels and stuff like that. And then it's apparently reappeared, some changed version more recently. Do you not like the new map? Which new map? Point me to the new map and I'll look at it and I'll tell you. I'm just using whatever I've had installed for the longest time, so. Which map is the new map? We are using the ASCII overmap. So, I mean, which one? Surveyors? I think Surveyors is the other one I remember people are looking at some point in the past. Eesh. Good lord. My eyes. My eyes. I mean, it's somewhat interesting, but damn. It's the color scheme there is... Yeah, I'd have to adjust my environment color settings with the glare. I'm going to get off of that. Larwick, huh? Nah, the guy's smiling. That's wrong. Immersion broken. There's absolutely no way anybody I'm playing is smiling. They're being abused like a rented circus mule, and there are no smiles involved. See, my issue with this is the same issue I have with any overmap set that doesn't tell me the direction the houses are facing. I will not use. I'm losing data. I'm losing very, very useful, specific data. So, I don't know which direction this house is facing. More particularly, I don't know which direction this house is facing. Is it facing this way, or is it facing this way? I need to know, because I know the houses, and I need to know which direction I might be entering it, because it makes a difference for garage entrances and all sorts of stuff. So I'm actually losing data if you're not telling me which direction the house is facing. And I'm sure there's other examples, but that's always the first thing I look for, is does the tile set tell me which direction the house is facing? I mean, in the basic old map tile set, you have an arrow, the green arrow, and the arrow always points in the direction that the front of the house is, so you know where the front is. So, you know, I don't like any map implementation where I get less information, if it looks better or not. I don't really honestly care what it looks like. I'm used to the days of just seeing letters for everything and symbols. So, I don't care about the little pretty pictures. I just care about the information set I'm being given. So, you know, that one wouldn't get any play in the Vormithrax household. I'm not sure what other one to look at, really. Oops. So at least in this one, which is the original, just the ASCII map version, you have the green arrows pointing to the front of the house. Usually it's obvious. I mean, if there's going to be these middle spaces here, you know, because they're always going to face the street. But this one could be this way, could be this way. It happens to be this way. So, yeah, no. Oops. Did I pass up through the radio station there? And not stop and investigate it? Yeah, I drove right by that one. I must have been busy reading or chatting. Oops. Well, my fingers mostly haven't forgotten how things work. 30-06 ammo. No, thanks. We can't use that. We're a brawler. Ooh, attached earmuffs. Has uses. Steel-toed sneakers are okay. Have some soda. Glass pipe. Arrows in the info panel? That's too many places to look. It's still too much effort. Too much effort. A mine shaft. I guess we could go into a mine. I can't really fight. I mean, there's a million miners out front, and I really wouldn't be able to fight anything inside, but we might get the... no, we're not running Magicalism, so we can't get the Demon Forge area or whatever that was. I forget what it was called. Brawl the thing? We'd have to track him down. And you don't mean brawl the thing, you mean brawl the friendly dog. Now that is a magnificent double X zombies body pit. That is glorious. Double zombies corpse pit. Wow. That is one of the densest I've seen on my usual settings. They even did us the favor of putting a necro in there to reanimate the corpses. Other than the necro, I'm not seeing too many really nasty ones. We got the flyer. Those are not fun. 5 flesh raptors. 6 flesh raptors. A nice bar guest. Soldier. A couple of acids. But yeah, not too dense an upgraded population for that number. Nah, not one flesh raptor, 5 flesh raptors. Oh, another town. Good old radio station giving us the extra view. Anything fun for me to try to visit? So, doctor's office for med gear. A library would be another one we would typically try to go after. Oh, it's a collapse tower. I was hoping it was going to be a science tower. But that would, yeah, make that little tiny town pretty dangerous. Having the collapse tower wedged in there. There's stuff in the ambulance, but the zombies are too close. Yeah, too close. How does one win this game? You win by saying to yourself, I'm going to have X amount of fun, and then I win. Once you reach X, that's how you win. This is an open, infinite world survival sandbox. There is no princess to rescue. There's no doodad to go recover to save the world. There's no cure to fix humanity. Nothing like that. You just adventure until you die or until you get bored and you start a new adventure. So the world itself, this is the amount of the world I've just been kind of driving around in. The world is randomly generated and effectively infinite, because it just generates ahead of you as you travel forever until you get tired of playing. Your hard drive will run out of space. That's the limit, and it would take an exceedingly long time because the files aren't that big. But you keep traveling, it just keeps generating world in front of you. So there's no particular thing to do. There are factions, there's quests, there's bases you can construct. You can pick your own goals. You can decide you're going to concentrate on a certain build of character and try to keep him alive and level him. But you're going to go through a couple 100 hours of play just trying to stay alive for the first few days. That's it. I mean, it's stupid hard initially because of your overwhelming ignorance of the world and the dangers and how the systems work. Very deep game, but completely free to play. There's absolutely zero cost. You can go download it right now and play it. It's community built and community updated constantly. By constantly, I mean like 50 updates a day type of constantly. The majority of them being micro little updates, but some of them being very substantive over time. But yeah, completely free. Huge, complex, learning cliff, which is how I built the channel that you're watching, is when I started trying to play it 8 years ago, there was nothing, absolutely nothing available to learn how to play the game. So I said, well, this is bullshit. I'm pretty good at explaining things, so I'm gonna go ahead and learn how to do this YouTube Twitch thing, and I'm gonna help people learn how to play this stupid game. And so that's what I did for years, just all Cataclysm all the time. And yeah, it's a huge game. It's one of the biggest, most complex games out there. But it does take effort. It's free, but you got to invest some time to actually put in to learn how things work. But it's very rewarding once you do. But yeah, there's no specific goal. You do what you want to do. And the world is incredibly variable, both in how you set it up, the difficulty level you want to play at. There's tons of levers and switches you can use to make the game easier and harder in dozens of different ways. Massive variety of character builds that you can do. I mean, you'll play for 1,000 hours, literally, and not see everything that's in the game. And by the time you've completed the 1,000 hours, they'll have added another couple 100 hours of new content while you're doing that, so... Uh-oh, we're going to smash into a house with our sports car. I didn't want to get too close to the tower, but let's see what fun stuff is over here. Necros. Man, these bestial stalkers are just out in force. Why are there so many of these things? Are they a dog upgrade? I'm not sure what these things follow. Man, there's a lot of these things. There's the tower denizens, gangrenous crawlers, and gangrenous flesh, And scissor limbs. Oh yeah, scissor limbs. Nightmare spider of gore standing tall among the ruins, keeping silent watch of the blighted landscape. Spindly limbs of bone slip between the rubble with otherworldly speed. So it's a world or a game setting where all the apocalypses happen simultaneously. All of them. We got zombies, we got aliens, we got interdimensional invasion, we've got eldritch horror-esque stuff, we've got chemical warfare, nuclear warfare, biological warfare. All the apocalypses happened. They're all represented in various ways. It's set in the current world, current time frame, so you'll recognize 99% of the stuff in the world, except for these crazy monsters. And you'll go from settings like this town to vast underground laboratories to skyscrapers to military bases to just crazy amounts of different stuff. But your first 100 hours are going to be you going, holy crap. What button do I push to do this and that and the other? Do. Backing up through chat again. Yeah, I never cared about the helicopter stuff. Too gimmicky, too tough to control, too relatively useless. It's just one of those side items that got kind of hodgepodge together in the code. So, there is a Steam version. That Steam version is solely, basically, one of the devs of the game, with the blessing of the other primary current developers, put it on Steam, specifically, primarily for two reasons. One, to stop anybody else from doing it, because anybody could have at any time. Joe Nobody could have wandered in off the street and put it on Steam. Because of the free-to-play commercial or licensing. I forget all the terms now, but the licensing would allow that. Anybody could have done it. Somebody had attempted it once. They wanted to prevent that. So one of the devs stepped up and said, hey, I'll take the responsibility of actually learning how that works, doing it, monitoring it, maintaining it, updating it, getting it workshop support, which I think they recently did, and so on. That was one of the big reasons. And then secondly, to provide some income for that dev to do more full-time work on the game systems. So those are the two overriding reasons. So it's $20 on Steam. But you can get the exact same game completely for free just by going to the CDDA website and downloading it. The Steam version is the stable version. It's not the experimental releases that get done every single day. So it's going to be, I don't know, 9 months old at this point. I forget exactly when the last stable release came out. But the game itself gets updated every single day, multiple times a day, with new stuff. So you can play the experimental versions, which is what I'm playing, or you can play the stable version. And should you choose, you can buy it through Steam. Absolutely no reason not to if you don't mind supporting the developer. But it is completely free to play. So yeah, it's been around a long time. Like 11 years, 11, 12 years under the actual CDDA label at least, and then under a different name before that. Okay, yeah, I'm trying to find an interesting way to get into trouble here. These are instant death since we have no combat ability. So we're mostly just driving around again like I did last time. Didn't really want to do just that. It'd be nice to demonstrate some combat stuff, but this guy just can't do it. Make a stick out of a plank? Yeah. What was the reasoning behind that? Was there a particular hole in the recipe system that we needed a stick from a plank? I don't remember if there was a particular thing behind that. But yeah, anybody can contribute. You can go help build the game. Just don't expect to get paid for it. That's pretty much it. Otherwise, feel free. They highly encourage people helping out with the game development. And it's pretty easy. There's a lot of instructions on how to do it. Ah, mosquitoes. So if there's a particular aspect you think is lacking, or you think you can improve, you can do so. State park, nothing interesting at the state park. Yeah, the website is a bit confusing. Let me go look at it real quick. I don't remember how they have it set up. Oops. If you're brand new to the game, I would recommend probably doing the stable release, not the experimental builds. But when you're on the releases section and you scroll down underneath the big paragraphs explaining 0.g Gaiman or Gaiman, it shows a bunch of download links. I believe the one you want... gee, which one is it? I'm not sure about the sounds. I think the sounds one just includes sound files, so it's gonna be a larger download. So the game by itself, I don't think the default version has sounds. You have to download a sound pack for that, just like you download a graphic pack. So probably it's going to be like I don't know what you're using, but CDDA, Windows, Tiles, X64, and then choose the sounds one if you want to include sound packs that you can choose from. So they probably differentiate it so that people that just want the bare bones version that'll fit on a thumb drive or whatever without bloating it out with sound files can do so. But yeah, I and a lot of other folks use a launcher to simplify the process. But if you're doing the stable version, there's no real need for a launcher. Only people doing the experimental build should worry about the launchers. The launcher just gives you the ability to click a button to update the files each day or how often you want to update. But if you're playing a stable build, you know, that's a once every year or two kind of thing. Yeah, you're not going to be able to post a URL. Which operating system are you using? And is it a 32-bit or a 64-bit? My best guess is that's the one you want. Oh, whoops. Nope, never mind. Never mind. Bad. That's a 32-bit version. My bad. Damn it. There you go. Windows Tiles with the sound, 64-bit version, and the 0.g. So, I think that's the one you should probably grab. What's my opinion on the Bright Knights fork? I have no opinion on the Bright Knights fork. I have no intention of playing the Bright Knights fork. I have never played the Bright Knights fork. Yes, I know what it is. Yes, I know who did it. Yes, I know why they did it. And I don't care. The problem mostly is the Bright Knights fork is still 99.8 this game I'm playing right now. So I've already played 6,000 hours of this game right now. I don't want to play a 2% different version of this game I've already played so many hours of. So if they're still doing it in 5 years, I'll check in. If they've got original content and it's not just slicing away things that the DDA project did, then I'd be more interested. But currently, I'm not aware that they've added enough actual content for me to bother. Plus, I'm not even playing this game now, so I just don't have any interest. So, my opinion is I really have no opinion. Alright, god dang it, I gotta find something interesting. Get myself killed, go have some dinner, and then fire up a new game. Alright, well this is problematic. We hit a roadblock with a bunch of zombies. We might be able to force our way through here. What are the benefits of using a launcher? None if you're playing a stable version. Ignore all these fools telling you to use a launcher if you're playing stable. Launchers are for experimental people. If you're planning on changing your build constantly, you want a launcher because it simplifies that process. If you're playing stable and you're going to play stable regularly, don't bother because you're not going to be updating, which is 99% of why you use a launcher. And the game file or game pack nowadays comes generally with all of the standard mods and so on, so they're built in, you can choose from. But like I keep saying, if you're brand new to the game, you're going to spend the next couple hundred hours just staring at the control screen going, You shouldn't need to be worrying about adding content. It's going to take you a very long time to get a handle on even the beginning part of the current base content. Should you ever desire to move to experimental builds, then yes. At that point, I would very much suggest a launcher. Another mine and nothing else interesting here. Angle Foo? You know, I got 2 or 3 hours of driving in Cataclysm behind me. We have had us some close adventures into Cataclysm. Big farm. Don't need to play with a farm. Yeah, I'm kind of bummed that we've got that torso damage. It's kind of limiting my desire to go kind of poke my nose into places. But we're going to have to here pretty soon. So, typically when you see me play, for anybody that's new to the game, I usually, in advance, I have a storyline or a theme or a challenge goal that I state. So I try to pick certain things I'm going to focus on and do. I unfortunately don't have this in this stream to rely on to give me kind of a goal or an impetus that I'm working towards. So this is just mostly me kind of talking and chatting as we drive around, which isn't as the most interesting gameplay for the game. There's a whole lot of combat nuance that we could be diving into with a different kind of character in a more set up kind of a world. How big is the map? The map is as big as your hard drive. The map is effectively infinite. The map just generates out ahead of you as you travel. World is divided into large chunks. Tell you what, let's just screw this driving around at random. So this is a map chunk. This square section here. That's the size of a map chunk. So the world generates the chunk you're in originally and then each chunk adjacent to it. So as I approach the next chunk and I move into it, it's going to reveal this. So let's just do some educational stuff. So if we teleport long range over to this other chunk, and then then I tell it to show me the map. So now we have this other adjacent chunk that has been generated and displayed. And then the chunk to the west or to the east of it. I don't know if it generates it immediately upon this chunk being entered or what, but it just generates these big chunks ahead of you. And it'll keep doing it forever until you run out of hard drive space. Which you won't. I mean, the game files don't take up that much space. But they get bigger the more you travel because the world remembers everything you've encountered. So as you travel, it will generate this map. But what's not happening is it's not actually populating all of the places and all of the items and all the enemies and so on. Those actually generate on the fly in the reality bubble around the character. So there is a square around the character. I forget the exact dimensions, but it's roughly 2.5 spaces in each direction around the character. That's called the reality bubble. And as that bubble moves, as you move, when it intersects an area where it hasn't previously generated anything, it will create the appropriate entities for that area. So it'll populate the items, the enemies, the vehicles, things like that. So the general map gets generated ahead of time, but the contents and all the details wait until you actually move into the area. So your save file gets bigger as you travel because your reality bubble generates all of the individual little items and the enemies that are in that area and vehicles you smashed into and the million pieces of debris that's scattered around. They're all going to be there when you come back a year later after traveling for however long. But only that. So if you don't interact with the vast majority of this map, it's going to just be the map information and that's it. It doesn't have to remember all the rest of it. But it just generates this and keeps going. So, I mean, I've had 60, 100-hour challenges where I just did nothing but travel for a vast majority of it. And never, you know, I don't ever have performance problems or slowdowns or anything like that, just to the way it's organized. So, but yeah, that's kind of how that works. So. NPCs, they work a little differently. I don't do NPCs myself. I swore off NPCs long ago, so I'm not the best authority to talk to on those, but you can set a number for the generation of NPCs when you create the world, and they're mostly pre-generated. I don't know how it determines when you move to new map chunks, how it picks places for the NPCs to be generated and go. But they'll be constantly generated. Usually if you want to play with NPCs and interact with them, you want to dial that number up a fair amount, though. Because the default value, they're few and far between, and they constantly get killed by the zombies before you can get to them. So, but I have a long-standing, absolute burning hatred of all things NPC, so... When you say NPC faction locations, what are you talking about? Because you can have multiple refugee centers, you can have multiple NPC, like blacksmith camps, all that kind of stuff. There's no unique thing for those. There's very few uniques that MapGen won't duplicate over a period of time. I think the aircraft carrier is unique, and that's the only one that comes to mind. But, I mean, I've had maps where on the border of the over map, we've seen multiple times where, if I scroll over here, we would have a refugee center right here, then we'd have the overworld chunk, and then we'd have another refugee center here. So we literally had side-by-side refugee centers, things like that. Unless things have changed. It's been 7 months. I never really paid attention, so maybe they changed it. That experimental, the major factions are unique now? Alright. I'm 7 months out of date on some of that stuff, so... That seems a bit limiting, but, I mean, I can understand some of why they're doing that. Did we have a prison island? Whoops. Zoom out, zoom out. Oh, yep, we did have a prison island. Let's go teleport into the prison island. Hello, prison island. 222 player. No. Yeah, player, mutate, debug, invisibility, super clairvoyance, and oh, I guess we'll be invincible. Now we can see everything. Yeah, pretty big place. Oh, this is the fun one. This is the fun one to try to get out of. So there's a start, scenario start, where you start in this prison. You have to try to escape. There's a couple of different variants on the prison escape stuff. This one's okay. Then if we go long range underground, you can kind of get an idea of what you can find underground. There's the subway systems and hidden laboratories of various types. This is just level 2, -2. Hey there, buddy. We got experimental lab bots and scientists and zombies and bio-operators. And that is just one floor. And it keeps going down. Oh, that's where it stops. Doink. Whoa! We managed to work our way into the warped section of the lab. Dimensionally warped. Cowman, go zoos. Whoops, I just got tagged. How did I get tagged? I'm invulnerable. Gozu. So seldom do I get to see Gozus. Flying polyps. Phase skulkers. So yeah, just kind of giving you a tour. Like I said, the thing is absolutely titanic. There's so many places. And this isn't even close to the full depth, so let's go back to 2. Let's go find the central lab complex. There's 1 per overworld map section usually. Where are you, central lab? Not you. Oh. Nope, not that one. No, that's not it either. That's the TCL. Lab section of the TCL. There, it's not it either. Dang it! Where are you, Central Lab? Oh, maybe it got stuck in the water. Alright, maybe it doesn't have one on this map. I'm not seeing it. However, you get the idea. But you can change the world gen parameters to make bigger cities, smaller cities, more spaced out, more close together. I actually had quite a bit of fun doing megacity runs where I would have just gigantic, entire area spanning cities, megacity ones, and I would restrict myself to staying in the city and have adventures in the city of various types. There's a refugee center right there. Big farms. Small farms, more big farms, a lot of tiny cities. Here's a pretty good sized one with a football field. Look at all the horde indicators. I guess I'm seeing that because of the settings I've got currently. Ah, the racetrack. Ah, so, a lot of good stuff. Looks like CDDA. Yeah, it bears a passing resemblance. That's the top of the TCL. What are you? The hub? Oh, small private airport. That's the top level TCL in the warehouse manufacturing area. It's a pretty good place. Pretty intricate with lots of different colored key cards a la Doom and other video games. Locking you out of certain areas. But a lot of options. Wish I had kept a save of like my old Megacity motorcycle type run with that vehicle I built. That was a lot of fun. Or the Ark. The Ark was fun. Alright, I think I'm going to wrap things up. So, if there's any last questions, I'll be happy to field them. I'm going to wrap things up and go get some dinner. And I'll be back in a little bit for one more round of streaming for the evening. I'm not sure if it'll be Co.Ag Mind or the other game. I might save Co.Ag Mind for tomorrow. What you having for dinner? I'm not sure. I got a few choices. I'll grab something out of the refrigerator. Nah, no birthday tipple. Alright, yep, let's go ahead and close things down. So, can one compare it to Zero Sievert? Not this game, unless you're replying to somebody else. Oh, you're replying to an earlier comment. Yeah, so I'll need just a little bit of time. I'll be back in probably, I don't know, 90 minutes. What is it, coming up on 6 o'clock my time? Yeah, probably 7 o'clock. Somewhere around there. I shall return. So we'll have some more fun then. Thanks for watching as always, everybody. Appreciate all the very generous donations and birthday well wishes. I hope to see you here in just a little bit. And we'll keep having some zombie killing fun, probably. Have a great evening.